Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly.
I am joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing well. It's your favorite cousin's favorite cousin reporting for duty.
Always a pleasure, and this is a very special episode of the podcast, or is it even the podcast? Who knows? This is like probably the most informal show we've ever done. We're counting down
informal.
Informal. Informal?
It's informal.
Okay. Okay.
I like informal. Unformal.
The unformal address.
Unformality. Fatalities. Can I take this off this?
For right now, you can, like, make it not the main screen.
Make it the technical. We don't know nothing about technicalities right now.
Oh, man.
Welcome. It is a
welcome.
Saturday. Shout out to everybody who is joining us live.
Yes, thank you
on
so
location. We here, baby. Hell yeah, Mr. Whimsy, Rachel V. We out here doing it, baby. It's our first live Saturday event, and we hope to possibly be doing some more like this every once in a while.
Yeah.
But
we know Saturdays are more convenient. People ain't working.
I was about to say, college football's over, so we will actually be working on Saturdays now.
Right. Yeah.
We will start doing more stuff on Sundays when fucking NFL is over with. But don't ask me to do nothing on Tuesday and Thursday during the NBA season. And so that's basically how it's going to work. Actually, every Tuesday, at least until further notice, I will be going live. Alex might join me from time to time, but I'm going to go live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock for all of our beautiful nerds who are members. All you got to do is go on to our YouTube channel and hit the little join button. I don't know exactly. Oh, no, yeah, it's 99 cents. You'll get stuff. It's 99 cents a month. You'll get stuff every month for the small fee of 99 cents. And you'll get it earlier than anyone else. You'll get all the Alex's drunk reviews and drunk analysis videos early. You'll get Does It Hold Up videos early. And you'll get access to the live show that we'll do just for members only. The members only podcast on Tuesdays live for the members only.
Yes, sir. I just want to bring up this comment from Rachel. It's informal, but only formally. If you really want to lean into informality, unformal seems to fit the bill.
Fit me. That's me.
It fits the bill.
It is me.
If you guys don't know why we're getting on today, I saw 50 movies last year. I saw 50 movies in the theaters in 2023. So I wanted to break them down with you guys and rank them tier by tier. As you guys know from if you've watched any of the Drunk Banthas reviews, we usually put them in this little how's that?
Shoot.
Where is it? How do I put it? Oh, man, I don't know anything about technology. I'll figure that out in a bit. But, usually have them in these rankings of I loved it, liked it, didn't like it, didn't hate it, or I hated it.
Hated it.
Just wanted to go through all the movies that we saw this year and talk about it with you guys. So without further ado, I guess we should jump right into it. Actually, I'm gonna change it back to the other. So they can see it a little bit. See the screen a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course, Alex.
So I guess we'll start from the bottom. They're not in any particular order here on this. But
hold on, we're not gonna just jump right into the order, are we?
What do you mean?
Well, we should explain it to the people who really haven't gotten it. What order, as Mr. Whimsy just asked, are you putting everything in?
We're just gonna be putting them in like this little ranking system. I loved it, I liked it, I didn't hate it, I didn't like it, and I hated it. or I walked out, because there are a couple of movies on this list where I just couldn't make it through. But I didn't want to give it a specific. I didn't want to say I put it in the I hated it category, because I figured it deserves. Like I didn't actually see the whole movie, so maybe it got incredible in the last 30 minutes, and I missed out on that.
So no movies that you walked out of will make the I hated it list.
No, you're right, exactly. Yeah, they have their own special category. I mean, Mr. Whimsy said, are you rated the movies in alphabetical order, or are they as released? So they're like in this little section, they're not in any particular order of like when I saw them. It's more like what's sort of front loaded this area with movies that are sort of I didn't love. By the way, like I haven't made up my mind on most of these movies.
Basically, they're in no particular order as you see them right now.
Yeah,
but we are going to list them out and post it up, and we're gonna figure it out. And some of this might happen right now, like in real time.
Yeah,
minds can be changed, and minds are never made all the way up.
Yeah, please feel free to leave your comments in the comments, like how you felt about any of these movies. You might sway me one way or the other.
But you don't have all the answers.
You might much sway like sway.
You might sway me, but you do not have all the answers. Don't you ever fucking tell me you got all the answers.
Should we move? Should we go ahead and jump into it, or should we? Is that enough explanation of how we're getting
before we jump into it? Before we jump into it, I do want to say that everybody check out the what do you call it? The merch store. We got a merch store coming up. It should be in link somewhere. If it's not here, it's somewhere else.
It's definitely in the video description.
But I do want to bring on somebody who we haven't had on in a long time.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been quite a while, and I'm really happy to be introducing this person. It's Money Blake Weather.
What up, Money?
What's happening, man?
I've seen him plenty, but y'all hadn't seen him. You know what I'm saying? Not on this podcast, not on this channel.
What is
definitely
happening?
Seen him over at the Nerds at Night, tearing it up, doing the reviews on the rom-coms and top tens. And man, y'all need to go over there and check it out right now. Nerds at Night.
I was just working on my review for Mean Girls, the new Mean Girls.
Ooh,
that's a teaser.
It's spicy.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm very excited to watch it. I actually saw Book of Clarence the other day, and
I saw that last night. I saw it last night. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
But we're doing a review on it.
But I'm doing that afterwards.
We're not talking about 2024. We're talking about 2023. We're talking about shit today.
Hide your money, y'all.
In the year 2000.
More folks was around. Ain't nobody seen 10 videos. But you know what? Hold on. You know what happened?
What happened?
As we're doing introductions, I'm going to do the king of introductions. Introductions. It's the funniest guy you know.
You must not know many people, I guess.
I mean, a true lover and a fighter, guys.
He's a lover and a fighter.
Bring in the bit into 2024. I cannot wait for the Does It Hold Up episodes that have yet to drop.
That have that all in the beginning.
That's right.
Oh, man. What's up, Jeff?
Not much. I'm excited to tear down some shitty fucking movies.
Right? Oh man, I'm so excited. And there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad in 2023. It seems like the mediocre big box office movies were the biggest losers of last year. But let's go ahead and dive right into some of these flicks. And let's actually,
we're live.
I think we should start with an ending, because one of the biggest things that happened last year is that we got the end of the Snyder era, I guess, of the DC movies with Aquaman, Shazam, and the Flash. Yeah, the Snyderverse. We're gonna go across the Snyderverse right, real quick.
That is a verse I don't want to go into at all.
So we're starting with the Snyder movies?
Yeah, let's
All right,
go
I
ahead.
just-
Like, why not?
Hmm.
Actually, could you?
Oh, that's what I'm
I'll
talking
come
about.
back.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm
You
ready to
gotta
talk
get
about that
drunk.
shit.
Gotta get drunk if you're gonna talk about some.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna talk about some Snyder. Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's get into Aquaman 2 first. Has any of you guys seen Aquaman 2 yet?
No,
What do
God,
we
I
hate
try
that?
to
What do we
avoid
hate
that.
ourselves?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
How did you guys feel about the first Aquaman? Did you guys like that one? Love it? Hate it?
Listen, I know I'm emo, but I'm not into self-harm. So no, I didn't see Aquaman 2. And I'm still pissed about Aquaman 1. There were 2 good moments. The opening fight in the sub and the fight with Black Manta through the streets of that Italian town. And then the rest of it's like, just fuck you.
Yeah,
It
that
was
first
such bad CGI, man.
That first movie is pretty crazy. I liked it more than I thought I would, guys. I'm going to be releasing a video about both Aquaman 1 and 2 soon. But you guys, so none of you guys were even anywhere near interested in seeing Aquaman 2, huh?
No, I'll be honest. I hadn't seen it in a long time. I think first time I watched it was 2 years ago. I was flying to it's gonna be almost 2.5 years. I was going to California and I watched it on my flight, the first one, and I totally forgot the dude who plays Morpheus in the new Matrix was Manta, and I saw the new preview and I thought the bad guy was Michael J. White, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go see this." And then I talked to my cousin about it, and he's like, "No, it's the same guy." And I was like, I looked it up, and I'm like, "Bro, I ain't gonna see this shit, bro. This shit, this shit looks." Michael J. White was about to sell me on this movie, but he not in it. So,
which I'll tell you what, as much as I hated the first one, if Michael J. White was in this one, I would have given it a shot.
I'd have gone see it. I need me some Michael J. White in my life.
I'll get behind that.
I would have loved it if, because he gets pretty fucked up in the first movie. I would have loved it if Yahya Abdul-Mateen gets so fucked up in the first movie that they just recast him. Like, oh, it's a completely different actor in the second movie.
When Manta be throwing some spinning back kicks, I'm like, that's Michael J. White, y'all. Like he's a real martial artist.
And what you like
the first one, right? Just because it was like, brown people unite. I don't know if people realize how long Jason Momoa been in Hollywood. Like, dude been in Hollywood since like the late 90s, early 2000s.
He was on Baywatch before he was ripped.
He was on Baywatch.
He was teeny tiny.
Huh.
He was also on Atlantis, Stargate Atlantis.
I do remember him with he had the white dreads.
So you're saying it came full circle? Atlantis to Atlantis.
Oh, damn! You just wrinkled my brain, man.
That was crazy. Yeah, you just
Atlantis to Atlanta.
He may not be the funniest guy I know, but he connects the dots.
Right. He's an astronomer with people.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and rank this in the. No, not when I walked out. I actually thought about walking out, but I was like, "Fuck, I have to write a review for this, so I can't. I have to see the whole thing." But that movie was so garbage. I was surprised how much I didn't.
I'll tell you something else about the Aquaman movies. One of the biggest issues I have with it is DC Comics, which is really stupid to say because it's Detective Comics. But anyway,
yes.
So
it's
DC,
like ATM machine,
right? But DC, when they came out with the New 52 storyline, they made Aquaman a fucking badass. He was dope. He was funny. He poked fun at himself. So that was what made me even more upset that they took an awesome storyline, they took an awesome actor, and they pissed me off.
Yeah. There's some there. I definitely enjoyed it more. Like, not to spoil the video that's hopefully coming out in the next week or so. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
How'd you like Amber Heard in the movie?
Oh, she's by far the worst part of that movie. And I've never been an Amber Heard. Like, I've just never liked her. She wasn't bad in the first one,
so I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying I didn't like her in the first. Yeah, I didn't feel like her chemistry. She didn't have a lot of good chemistry with Jason Momoa. Maybe that's just like, even if she is a strong actress, which I don't think she is. I've never seen any other performances of hers that I liked, but I just don't feel like
performances of hers.
I saw Rum Diaries, regrettably.
One episode of Criminal Minds.
Pineapple Express.
Cruel
Pineapple
Oh wait,
Express.
Yeah,
she is
she
good.
wasn't-
She is good in Pineapple Express. She's legitimately really good in that. She plays
all
Seth
the
Rogen's
boys
girlfriend.
love Mandy
Oh,
Lane.
yeah, she
I
plays a
always
crazy
remember that
woman.
one.
Oh, all
She's
the boys
good.
love Mandy Lane was good.
Bro, that's
Look,
classic.
I
I
think
didn't see
that's
that.
what I was about to say. I
That's a
think
good
she's
fucked up movie.
she's a fine
Mhm.
actress. I just think that, like you said, there's no chemistry between her and Momoa, which it doesn't. You know, to me, that means don't make them love interests. At least give it some
Right.
time. You know,
I don't think she was good for Mira in general. Also, like, I don't know who was in charge of dyeing her hair, but at no point
Oh,
did it
gosh.
look natural.
No.
well, yeah. See, these are all things that don't have nothing to do with her actual performance.
Yeah,
Like,
no. Some actors really thrive with delivering corny dialogue. But
Nick Cage.
yeah, and Nick Cage. Yeah, some people are great at it. Some people
Yes,
deliver
the
the
answer is
cheese
yes.
great. Nathan Fillion is another person who can elevate dialogue.
Fuck yeah.
But I don't think
TDK?
Amber Heard is one of those people. Oh
please
yes.
don't- I
Oh
was
my
about to-
gosh.
TDK.
I thought y'all were gonna say Robert Downey Jr.
All names are made up.
Because Robert Downey Jr. does not count for anybody out there who might say it. He does not count because he makes up everything he says. They tell him, to say
I'm just
something,
gonna say
and he
something else.
just says something else.
Shit, they had to write Iron Man always finding snacks into Avengers because he kept just hiding berries on stage.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
No Blue Beetle on the list. I didn't see Blue Beetle.
It's because Mr. Whimsy is
Actually pretty
because Alex doesn't like. I'm like the only Mexican he likes. He doesn't like Mexicans in this film,
I can tell you, that
and
is
so
true.
that's
Hey,
why.
wait, that's not true.
happened.
That is not
is
true.
why that
Blake, I do
happened.
not like you.
Shit.
Correction.
Yes,
He doesn't
all
like
right.
any Mexicans at all. All right.
So I had to make that joke. But unfortunately, I haven't seen Blue Beetle yet. Hopefully, I'll probably see it soon. I really do need to see it soon. Because I've heard it's not bad. I've heard it's not bad. But
It's good.
we'll move on to the
Better
next
than Aquaman.
DC. We'll move on to the next DC movie. Speaking of not bad,
Not
in my
bad.
opinion, like I know this movie got a lot of flack,
Here, you want me
The
to do it?
Flash, but it's not as
Look,
Like,
this
it's
movie
definitely not
is
the-
not a bad movie.
it's definitely the best of these three DC movies.
I will actually say that
Of
this
Shazam and
is what
Aquaman.
we consider in the business a good movie. That doesn't mean that it did well,
Mm.
but when you go, like, when you're watching something, you say, okay, that was good. It's not going to be the biggest movie of all time. It's not even going to be the biggest movie of this year. Put it out in November. Show me something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's supposed to happen. But it came out in July.
Yeah, and it also
It came out in
also
July, which is when you're supposed to have great movies happen. And they never had a chance.
I think it
Well,
was
they-
June. I think it was June.
June?
June.
Same
Yeah, I
shit.
seen it
and
in June.
they were
Same
feeling their
shit.
oats a little bit too much. Like they had a lot of people, like you had executives and like Tom Cruise saying, "Oh, The Flash is like the best film ever made." It's like y'all need to chill out. Like just let people see the movie and make their own opinion.
Yeah. we knew none of that was true.
I would say that honestly, like with The Flash, I actually think it's the type of movie that actually needs a different category, which is I fucking wish I walked out. It was the worst movie made last year. It is the worst DC movie ever.
Oh,
And
you're
it-
forgetting that
fuck this
Shazam came
movie.
out last year.
yeah.
Shazam was better.
You like Shazam more? Okay.
Shazam 2 was way better than The Flash. 100%. The CGI was garbage in The Flash. And I don't just
I'll
mean
give you
the
that.
opening
Yeah.
scene with the creepy fucking babies from Twilight.
That was so
Look at
weird
the
and
time
stupid.
sphere bubble shit. It was garbage CGI. The end of it with all the different Supermen, garbage CGI. The story was crap. They took one of the best comic book stories ever made and they fucked it up. You know what happens in the real version? He fucks time up so badly. Aquaman and Wonder Woman are fighting and literally crack the planet in half. It's not Michael Keaton isn't Bruce Wayne, he's Thomas Wayne. And Thomas Wayne is just driven to madness and Batmanhood because his son was killed.
Right.
So Thomas
I-
becomes Batman, starts murdering everyone. Martha becomes the Joker. It's awesome. so many good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately,
feel
they
like-
couldn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Because one, like all the Batman stuff that you mentioned, legally they wouldn't have been able to do it because they wouldn't have been able to get all of the people that necessary to be on set. Second, the movie that we would have all wanted to see that's based straight out of the comic book would have cost way too much.
Agreed.
And also would have had to have been 2 different movies because it's too long of a story to try to compress all that information into one movie. And then it would have, if you do that, it would have made it bad. Like if you do compress that much into a movie, it will be bad.
Yeah.
But I do think that the way they did the movie, it was built to fail. You don't have a movie change directors that many times, change writers that many times,
change direction that many times,
that many times, and also then hire somebody to be the head of the company and then do rewrites and re-edits and then say, hey, also none of this shit matters.
Right.
So you can't have like Aquaman and Wonder Woman in a movie that you know you're going to get rid of those 2 intellectual properties. You know you're getting rid of those 2 characters, those 2 actors. So I mean, like I think those are things that were all probably talked about in a writer's room, and somebody else came in and went, nah, dog, that ain't gonna be. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, and
I'm not disagreeing with anything that you said. I'm just saying, I think these are the reasons that those things didn't happen.
And Aquaman's
the biggest issue with the movie was Ezra Miller, and it wasn't necessarily his fault because it was the way his characters were written. But I mean, like the young Barry, the just getting the powers Barry, he drove me crazy the entire time. He was just a shitty, and honestly, the older Barry too. Like both of them just kind of didn't hit home. They didn't fit for me. They're both just space cadets and sucked, and I didn't buy any of it. I
just want to I just want to jump into the comments for a little bit. Rachel V said Nathan Fillion and Neil Patrick Harris can take any cheese and serve it up like fondue. That is totally true.
Facts. That's totally
Mr. Whimsy said, just so you know, if you spend 5 minutes talking about each of these movies, this is going to take 4 hours. Oh, geez.
Which is why we're moving on to.
I was not here for that.
I got stuck.
Hold on. We're gonna place this one. Alex, where do we place
so for me, I will say I didn't hate it. It was a nice, solid movie.
I'm there with you, Alex. I saw it twice. I didn't see Shazam twice. I saw this twice, but I saw it twice just to confirm. I'm like, do I hate the things that I hate about it? And do I like the things I like about it? But there was no part of it I was like, oh, I absolutely love this. But I also am like, I'm okay with watching it twice. Would I watch it again? I don't know, but I was okay with watching it twice.
Awesome. And I'm about to teach you guys the art of moving it along. Alex, what is the next?
Shazam 2 is up next. I did not like this movie. God, it was so fucking terrible. I thought Shazam was like okay. It was barely, and I didn't hate it. This movie gets an I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't straight up hate it. I think Aquaman's worse. Wonder Woman 84 also worse. Mr. Whimsy.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, not my.
I also came on for like 10 movies. Like there's 10 movies I really wanted to hit, and this next one's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and put that one up front because I knew you wanted to talk about it.
Do you want to say anything about this one, Jeff? Well, you already kind of talked about Shazam a little bit, huh?
I saw Shazam on a plane for a plane movie. Great. Not good. Well, it was good, not great. And it's definitely one of those ones that, just have it on the background while you're like, meh.
Yeah, I didn't.
I would have said I didn't hate it.
Didn't hate it.
I forgot that Mr. Whimsy is Noah.
Love you, Noah. I know a guy named you.
I know it, dude.
So
moving right along. Yeah,
we're gonna go to
the Haunting in Venice. I walked out of this one.
Blake's about to fly to LA and beat someone's ass.
It's
big problems with that.
This one is probably
you walked out, so let Blake.
I'll let Blake.
That's big problems because and I think that I feel the same way that Jeff feels passionately about the Flash because he knows the story. I, over immersing myself over the last 2 months in murder mysteries, specifically in Agatha Christie murder mysteries, specifically in Hercule Poirot murder mysteries. This is based on a book called Halloween Party, and it also has like 10% of that original story like in here. However, Kenneth Branagh, every time he makes a Hercule Poirot film, I'll tell you what people don't like. It's not the cinematography. It's never the direction. It's never the character and the world building. But it is his take on Poirot because it's different from Peter Ustinov. It's different from Dave Suchet, who did the show for 25 years. That's a different part of this. But for him to take a story like Halloween Party, which is kind of mid, like it's not the best murder mystery, and for him to do what he did with this and still like it has a lot of twist, and I think every film that he shot that's an Agatha Christie murder mystery, it's shot beautifully, like, and it captivates me. And it's his writing with it, or the writing that he used, whoever he uses, it's super witty, and it's not it doesn't always follow the script from the Agatha Christie book, but I think the wittiness definitely perks it up. Of the 3 that have been released, right? You got Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, and this one. This one floats in my number. This one floats in my number 2. Like it definitely floats in my number 2. But like it's like tied with number 2 with Death on the Nile. Like I really like them the same. But I like Murder on the Orient Express. Murder on the Orient Express the most. I really enjoyed this, and I didn't know the story, and I was able to guess who committed the crime pretty early on. But I was like, I don't know how this person did it. So fill me in, dog. And also too, I mean, I have an affinity for this. I also did a commentary for this movie, so big fan. But why did you walk out of this, Alex? Are you not a fan of murder mysteries or Kenneth Branagh?
I'll tell you why he walked out.
Why?
No, something about the performances and the story was just not hitting with me. I was really not connecting with Tina Fey's performance, and I love Tina Fey.
I loved her in this.
He actually owns 3 pairs of Tina Fey's actual underwear.
All right, nice,
only
nice.
3.
And I'm wearing them right now. I do need to revisit this one. I think that I was just super not in the mood to watch this movie this night, because I was just like, that is also true. That's probably why I saw so many movies last year.
How could you be so heartless, in the words of Kanye?
Yeah.
But most of these movies that I walked out on, I do need to revisit. So I'm excited to like revisit.
I'll tell you one that we don't need to revisit.
Ooh, yep.
That's Sex Stefan.
This is gonna be considered like the Morbid Zoo trilogy, because these are 3 movies that we watched with past and future guests. Morbid Zoo.
Yes. You liked it, right? You loved it. You loved it. You liked it.
I will put this in the I didn't like it section.
Oh, I almost hated it, to be honest with you. Let me just tell you, went to go see a movie about dinosaurs and the future and all this shit. None of that. That's basically not the movie. You think you're gonna? It's basically like you feel it's set up to make you feel like you're about to get this Planet of the Apes type reveal at the end. But really, all you get is a reveal that you have wasted 2.5 hours of your goddamn life, and you will never get it back.
Yeah, it's weird that the reveal is like, oh, the reveal is it's dinosaurs. It was like, you told us that.
Yeah, bro.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we're here,
bro.
That's what I've been waiting for you to show me. Show me some goddamn dinosaurs.
Yeah, and it was just so contrived, and the ticking time bomb, as it were, for the movie, where they tried to give you some sense of urgency. It's like, oh, we need to do this now. Just totally fell flat. So
yeah, and there's nothing worse than trying to as an actor, I can understand how difficult it is to just be acting with nothing but green screen stuff, but like on this scale where there's only 2 actual human beings, 2 actual actors, and everything else is CGI. You needed more story to be involved here for there to actually, for this action thriller to, for it to grip, for it to hold on to me, for me to put some meat on my bones.
Right.
It
Yeah,
was
you need a
fucking
little.
terrible.
Yeah, you need a little heart in there. Is like something that's gonna pull you in and keep you invested. Like,
all right, well, let's keep moving on because in 30 minutes we've done 5 movies, and I don't know if fans are going to be here for all that.
Well, no, well, 20 minutes was introducing you guys,
and then another 20
waiting on you guys to get here. So it
another
was
20 was on The Flash.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Full responsibility for that one, and I don't even feel bad.
Yeah, so that one goes. This one's gonna be quick. Didn't like it. The last voyage of the Demeter, aka Dracula on a boat.
Dracula, yeah.
Dracula.
Let me tell you something, Blake. You ain't got to worry about time because some of these motherfuckers, ain't none of us seen except Alex.
I seen a couple. I seen like quite a few. Like I went through the list and I was like, bro, like me and Alex be watching some. But like I seen this one. I seen Creator. I seen
you saw the Creator.
Yeah, it was very good. I had a good time. I didn't love it, but I was like, here's the thing. Since Tenet, I was like, dude, Denzel Washington's son, like he kind of got some Denzel Washington flair. He's Denzel Washington light, and I like it. I like a little bit of him.
Speaking of which, where we gonna put it, Alex? What did you think about it?
I'm gonna put it in the I didn't hate it section because I thought it was nice and solid. It looks beautiful, like especially with the budget.
Did you see it in theaters or on TV?
I saw it in theaters. These are all in theaters movies. And I saw this one with Mariana too, and we were both like, it was fine. But it was
shout out to you, Mariana.
Yeah, thanks.
Shout out to you.
More Resume. Like
the sixth bantha.
Yeah, if you guys are keeping count. But yeah, it just had the potential to be way better. The story was just very bland to me, but on the whole, it was like a nice, solid movie. I'd watch it again on a Sunday.
Did you see it, Jeff?
I did not. It just felt like another like, oh, AI is going to take everything over. Cool.
Yeah. Well, what's this one?
If you've seen the
Animatrix,
if you've seen the Animatrix, then you've seen the Creator. Essentially,
that's kind of what I figured.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna put Quantumania in the I didn't hate it section too. The more I watch it, like I do. I mean, I get people's
because every time you watch it, you like it more.
No, not every time I watch it, I realize that I'm confounded by why so many people hate it.
Right.
But I understand people's problems with it. But it's a nice, solid movie. I don't think Peyton Reed is the best director. I think he's the biggest problem with this movie and all of the Ant-Man movies. Because they should be hilarious since Paul Rudd is your Ant-Man, but
the first two are really hilarious, and this one, they got rid of Michael Pena and T.I., and like this one, they're not funny anymore, dude. Give me those side characters, like give me them outside the Quantumverse, like typing in, be like, "Hey, boss, like we're doing this whole stuff." But every time there's a story, I tuned in for the second one just to be like, I need a story monologue from Michael Pena. Let's go. And then when he delivered, I was like, that's all I was. I mean, I'm here for the action, but like, I'm here for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that definitely took a lot of the funny.
That is a hot take. Quantumanium is better than Black Panther. You know what? Damn. I will agree.
I'd agree with that.
Because it was the last act of Black Panther 2 that I lost it in. But we'll just 100%. Is that on here?
It is not.
No, you can't be. It came out last year.
Blake convinced me because I did watch it for the third time this in 2023, but it doesn't really count.
Okay, what's this?
I'll say this about Quantumania real quick. It's a quick one. I was just watching the scene at the end of the first Ant-Man where Michael Pena is explaining everything because I'm again in love with Anna Akana, and just watching that quick little breakdown of him explaining it made me realize what I did not like about Quantumania, and that's it lost the personal feel of the side characters, like Blake said, but also both Ant-Man and the Wasp were smaller scale. Like it wasn't the whole universe, and in a universe as big as the MCU, we need some of those smaller down to earth ones. So I think Quantumania, I get why they did it, but I think they lost the charm of it.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday, Freaky Freddy's.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Freddy's.
Didn't see it.
Five Freddy's.
Didn't see it.
I did not like this movie. It was. I understand why the fans liked it, and it made so much money.
Is it a comic book movie?
It is based off a video game, and most.
I was joking. For those who can't see and are watching or listening on the YouTubies, on Spotify's and whatnot, I was joking.
Yeah, it's a weird movie. It's shot pretty well, but the story is fucking atrocious. There's some really bad acting, and I don't. I'm happy that it made a whole bunch of money because it came out simultaneously on Peacock and it still made twice its budget in the box office. So, shout outs to them. Shout out to horror movies. But
what happens with video game movies? What's this one?
This one is
there's a glare on the TV.
This is Indiana Jones 5, and I chose the poster with Antonio Banderas on the cover because I was him being in this movie.
That's the best part.
You're a fucking hater. Why'd you do him like that? You don't want
Bro, I was watching it with my.
To remember he's in this.
I was watching it with my buddy Eli, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute!" I'm like, "That's Antonio Banderas," and I have no idea why he's in this movie, but like.
Neither did he.
This intrigued me. Like up until this point, I was like, "Can we stop having Harrison Ford run? Like him walking, and then them just like cutting. They do this like cut thing where he like waddle for 5 seconds, and then like they cut around the corner as if he was running the whole block. And you're like, bro, I know you wasn't running, bro. Stop it.
Right? Yeah, it's like he had bad knees back in Temple of Doom.
Bro,
hold on. Everybody can talk about this movie after you tell me where to put it, and my hand can get off this mouse.
I will put it.
My
I should have walked out.
My hand is stuck.
I will put it in. I hated
it. Your mother is going to watch this podcast.
I didn't like it. I don't think I'll put it there.
Oh man, I put it in. I didn't hate it.
One more. You got to do one more down.
Because the more I think, and I do need to rewatch it, but the more I think about it, it's like, I was giving it a lot of passes. When I was watching it the first time, I was like, "Oh, that's not so bad. Oh, that's not so bad."
I was absolutely fine with it until the last fucking 3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes of the movie, when they just decide we're just gonna knock this motherfucker out, and he's just gonna wake up at the house, and then that's just how it happenned. Who knows how we got back?
It's super bad. Super bad for you.
Who knows?
It's got the same issue that Quantumania did. There was no charm. There was barely any humor. And again, so Indiana Jones deals with big supernatural things, but they're all contained to Indy and the group dealing with it. Not something that the entire fucking world can see. And oh no, we just changed history.
Right.
No, just no one else.
Well, I think that's interesting that you say that because most of the people's problems with the comic book movies today is that they feel like they are too nice, too sweet, too many jokes, too jokey, it's too what did he say?
Campy?
No, not campy, but it's just
like Marvel comedy, or that's what I guess what people call it now.
Yeah, it's just too fun. People are, I heard somebody say the other day, if I hear that another comic book movie was fun, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I don't want it to be fun. I want it to be good, a good movie.
I mean, here's the thing: like a drug addict would tell you fentanyl is fun. That doesn't mean I want to do it. You know what I mean?
I'm all for fun. Oh, I'm just saying, so for instance,
I thought you were gonna say I'm all for fentanyl.
For instance, the Marvels was like me and Alex said, Marvels was a fun movie. It's not a great movie. It's a movie. It's a good movie. It's not but we can pick it apart like we can pick apart any great movie. But but that's not what we're looking for right now. We're looking for that great movie. And speaking of good movies,
speaking of which, this one is not
this
one
is
of
not
those.
one of those.
This one, Saw X, falls in the I hated it category. Jeff, you saw this one too, right?
I'd put it in. I didn't like it. It was just again one of those ones where you have a franchise and then you kind of throw out what's good about the franchise. Like a lot of the Saw movies had the issue where it's like, let's just go torture porn. And this one definitely did that. But then it also did things that don't make sense. So both the people at the end deserve to be punished, but he's just going to let one live. What?
It was so wild, the fact that they're making the bad guy the guy who's been the bad guy all these movies is the sort of sympathetic good guy. I was like,
all right.
Give less of a shit about this
Did you see this one? I know you don't like horror movies, Blake. Did you see this one?
I'm not gonna watch something I don't like, so no.
Well, let's move on to this other dumpster fire. What?
Move it back to where the ranking is showing.
Oh, I didn't know it moved.
Click the thing. Yeah, just click
it.
The,
it did a little diddle.
I just want to see our beautiful faces.
Yeah,
oh wait, no, actually,
even more.
Stop sharing it.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Is that Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio in front of my screen?
Oh my god!
No, it's just Alex and Bill.
Just these two handsome devils.
Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Moving right along. What's
the
next?
mermaid. Oh God, no.
Dumpster fire.
Mermaid.
So look,
Which
I
one
just
we
want to
got?
point out that this movie did not make no goddamn money, and people just want to talk. And people just want to talk about Marvels. This movie was people been waiting on this movie for 5 fucking years.
Well, for the amount of Twitter beef that this caused when like they were like, we're gonna make the Little Mermaid black, and I was just like, I don't know if that needs to happen, but let's see what you do. And guess what? It don't matter if you make the Little Mermaid black, purple, or red. If you try to do a remake, it's not gonna fucking matter. It's not gonna do good. So leave it alone.
I'm tired of hearing people say live action remake too, because this is not live action. If 90% of your movie is
green screen,
Tell you what, more live action than The Lion King.
Yeah,
well, yeah, that's because there was a human being in it.
Yeah, this one was I didn't like it, or actually, I'm gonna put this one in. I hated it. No. I'll put it in. I didn't. I'll put it in. I didn't like it because
your blackness will not allow you to put it in. I hated it.
It's like I root for everybody black. No, there's not. The story is pretty similar
why
to
you giving it a bad grade, man? We black, yeah, nigga, we black, but that's bad.
Black people can do bad things.
That's bad.
I didn't hate this movie because it was pretty comparable story-wise to the original Little Mermaid. They just added shit that didn't need to be added, and Awkwafina should never rap again.
Bro, stop.
Moving right along.
Speaking of musical interludes in movies.
Oh gosh, Jack Black blew up over the summer.
Bro, yes. Let's talk about all this movie.
Super Mario Bros. Did you guys both see this?
Where would you put it first? Hold on.
Yeah,
where would you put it first?
Me, I would say I did not like it. I did not.
What? Oh, why do you hate?
See, that's why I want him to go first.
Why do you hate good things? Wait a minute.
There was just nothing interesting about it to me. Like the story was really fucking stupid. I guess it's like the best
story was ass. No,
what would you have wanted this story to be
compared to the Super Mario that we watched in the 90s? Like,
wait,
I'll agree with you there. The 90s one was better.
No, I'm just trolling when I say that it was better. I didn't even see this one.
I don't need a storyline where we know that Mario's dad is disappointed at him. But I don't feel like that's necessary.
But it's not.
And I feel like the way that they ended up in Mario World seems so fucking stupid. Like they didn't even explain why he didn't just turn around and walk back through the fucking tube that he just jumped in. Like they didn't make it seem like it was impossible. He had to
find his brother.
But you would assume that his brother would have turned around and walked through the tube too. I don't know why he didn't do it either. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
There was no situation like in the 90s version where the wall is located like on like a horizon where you're like a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't like go through the portal. You got to jump.
Yeah, you got to jump. It's like it's difficult.
It's difficult,
well,
right? Well, it's just not going back.
Peach had the key in that one.
Bro, but also too, this movie's not made. We're not the target audience for this movie.
100%.
This movie's made for kids. Like,
you know what?
I don't need it to make 100%.
I loved it.
I loved it. Yeah,
that's a good point. That's fair. I'm glad that you guys saw a thing y'all liked. But I do like there's a couple other kids movies on this list that I feel like are way better movies, and I don't feel like movies need to be less than just because they're
better movies. We're gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a fast woman talking. Did not like it. It's exactly what the movie.
Are we gonna run out of room? One do not like it. We might run out of room. Women talking is just what the title says. This movie is just a bunch of women talking, and then they just do a thing that they were talking about. Alex hates women. We
all right.
Yeah, Bill totally beat me to
so incredibly boring.
I finally got Alex to admit that he hates women.
Got a short like. Alex, the real news is Alex hates women. We all know that we got the doctors proof. Black helicopters. We've been monitoring women hater right here for a while.
What's the?
I'm trying to keep up with
here.
comments.
I'm so going to use. Let's move on to the this other dumpster fire as my go-to segue of the year. Oh man!
I mean, for 2024, it's going to be pretty spot on.
You are welcome.
Yeah, I feel like it works way too well.
Let's move on to another.
Next movie. This will also be very quick. Fool's Paradise. Walked Out. This is the Charlie
Walked Out.
Day's directing
Shout
debut.
out to
I really
Charlie
like
Day.
Charlie Day from
I love
It's
him.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But
And Horrible Bosses.
and yeah, Horrible Bosses. He's really funny comedic actor, but
Fist Fight.
this movie is terrible. It's so boring and it just does not.
Did you guys see this movie?
hit the mark?
I did
Nope,
not.
keep
and
moving.
That makes me happy. I did.
We're keeping it
Keep
moving because we're gonna
moving.
move on to one that I have not seen, but I have
And watch
purchased
it.
on YouTube.
Cocaine. You still haven't watched it?
I still haven't watched it. I do
Oh,
own it
man.
though. I do own it, so don't judge me.
I'm gonna put this in the I didn't hate it section because I thought it was like nice and solid, but so much of the movie was wasted. I mean, was spoiled for me in the trailers. Like all the best moments of the movie are in the trailer. But what about you guys? What did you think of it, Jeff?
I didn't like it. This was one where, everything was spoiled in the trailer, but also this was like a lot of those Neon Demon movie or Neon movies. I don't know what the studio is, but Monster or Ingrid Goes West, where based on the trailers, you're like, this is gonna be fucking funny, and then you go see it and you're like, oh no, it's not.
Yeah, I didn't see this because I refuse to waste time of my life to watch movies I don't think I'm gonna like, and this was one of those movies where I was like, I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna go watch it, and I don't care if it's gonna win an Academy Award. Like, I'm not gonna fucking watch it. And there's so many movies on here probably where like
Spoiler, it did not win one.
Right. Well, guess what? I have good taste in movies, and if I get Academy Awards, that this is not going to win one. So yeah, like I just don't spend time watching movies that I'm not going to enjoy because I can use that time to go do something else, like edit videos or like live my life. Or now I have a son, so he probably needs those 2 hours rather than Cocaine Bear.
I mean,
yeah, I'd rather do something like masturbate.
He's like anything.
I own it and I haven't seen it. This should say something. This should tell you something about this movie. But moving right along, speaking of babies, he said he had a baby, right?
This is Baby Long.
Baby Long. Alex saw a movie this year.
Babylon. Did that come out last December though?
It did come out in December.
2022 December.
Yeah, there's a couple of these movies that came out in December, but you know, you see them when you see them. I didn't.
We could put it on, but it don't count.
No.
Like,
this list
if a movie comes out on Christmas,
hold on, shut up. This list is for movies Alex saw in 2023. The movie came out in 2022 of December, but it was still in theaters in January.
So did Iron Claw, and it's on this list, and it came out. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, Aquaman came out in Christmas of
2023.
Yeah. That's 2023. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm giving you your past, niggas. Why are you trying to revise what I said?
My reverse psychology worked. This is great.
I went and defended him on the stand. I got him a whole
after you
party.
told me to shut up.
Yes, that's what a lawyer does: is tell you to shut up, and then you let them.
Anyway, moving right along. Babylon.
Baby Long.
It was.
I liked it.
I hated it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you saw this one, Blake?
Yeah, I watched it this year, but I watched it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna. I was like, you know what? Like, I want to see it because, again, big Brad Pitt fan. When Margot Robbie's like in a like sort of comedy drama type thing, like it was Amsterdam. Like she was fun in Amsterdam, and so I was like, well, I might enjoy this, but I don't know if I'll watch it. It was like one of those things. I don't know if I'll watch it in theaters. And so I didn't, and then I ended up watching it on, I don't know, HBO or something like that. And I was like, why have I avoided this movie? This is good. I'm having a good time with this. Like, do I think it should win all the awards? No, but like, if you like the acting in this, like the story or not, like the acting in this and like where it goes, I was just like, that is an interesting way to think about how like actors came in from black and whites into like, you know, colored pictured films. Like, this is really interesting.
Alex, 30 seconds. Why did you hate it?
I thought there was a lot of really great fun moments in it, but the story was just so I guess full of itself, and the ending is I thought was hilariously bad, where we get just basically a YouTube montage of
all the things.
greatest moments in movies, and then there's a clip of Avatar. I was like, a clip of Avatar does not belong in this movie.
Bro, when I saw that, I was like, y'all are lazy. Y'all need to stop this.
But yeah, I did not like this one, but love Margot Robbie. Moving right along,
Let's
Asteroid
talk about a
City.
movie that I didn't see, wanted to see.
I saw that one.
I will put it in the I didn't hate it section. I really like Wes Anderson, and I thought there's some really great moments in this.
Are you just saying that because you can't say that you hated one of those movies by these guys? Is that what you're saying?
No, I definitely have some movies from Wes Anderson that I hate. But this isn't one of them. It's just, but I just,
I thought the way that you just said Babylon was full of itself. I thought this movie was a bit sort of like, I know I'm a good movie, and here's how I know. And I was just like, the audacity, like one of the, I don't want to ruin anything, but one of the turning, you see like an interesting turning point.
Ruin it.
All right, spoiler alert in now. When they're like, they're putting on it to stage play, and like they have all the actors and they're playing it out, and I'm like, the audacity, like that's interesting, but the audacity for you to be like, I'm gonna throw this scene in here and you're gonna like it, and I'm like,
unmitigated.
Yeah, like the fuck I am. I might not like this.
The only part that I liked in all of that is that we got a Jeff Goldblum what you call it, a cameo as the guy who's the alien. He's like playing the alien in this weird like play within a movie. But yeah, didn't care for it.
What the fuck is this?
Moving right along, this is Alice Darling, the Anna Kendrick thriller from A24.
Yeah.
I walked out of this.
Really, it was supposed to be good.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, it was.
I have no idea what the fuck this movie is. A24. All of the things that he's saying, this whole list is representative of his thoughts.
Hey, sometimes, you can't win all the time, and A24 lost on this.
I'm trying to get these
what's his next one?
Infinity Pool.
I wanted to see it.
Yeah,
tell me about it.
I saw this one on a date. I will put this in the I hated it category.
Must have been a bad date.
Wait, because of the movie or because of the date?
No. It was definitely because of the movie. It's so funny because
date with?
It was just like some person that I met. This is not the internet's business, but well,
no, you tell the internet.
But Doxer,
right now, I'm not telling him
the name.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to tell him that. But
what's her phone number?
I was like, oh yeah, she's a fan of horror. She's a fan of horror. She might like this movie, and then we like went to go see it. And the most it's very sexually vulgar and also like the most unsexy movie in the world, and it just makes you feel terrible.
You took a date to a taping of The Idol.
Right? Yes.
That's what you did.
Wait,
Alex, here's a question for you.
Was this a first date? Like as a host of Unfiltered Bachelor, was this a first date?
This was a first date.
That is a big no-no. That is a red.
No, you know what? He
Never
didn't ask me, so look, that just tells you right now he fucked.
All right, keep going. I'm done.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah, we can
Alex,
critique how terrible I am at dates. Oh, fun.
If you were not on a date, would you have walked out?
Probably.
I feel like that's a great question.
Actually, yeah, probably. Because there was one part in the middle where I was like, I can't do this no more. It's just
I'm
way too
curious as to what, like, because that's how I feel like I would have felt about this next movie,
Gran Turismo.
And what did you put this one, Alex?
I didn't hate it. I almost would say I liked it.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah. I would almost say I liked it because this is like a nice like Saturday evening special, as John.
What do you think? Yeah, you know I would have hated
it. Probably.
You know I would have hated it.
Probably.
I didn't even go see it because I was like, nigga, if y'all don't get out of here, y'all done wrote the most original film that came out in 2023. Or it's probably like second most original film that came out in 2023 was about a nigga playing a video game to become a racer.
What I saw
a race car driver.
Old Orlando Bloom in it, not Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, he's in the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
I was like, man, he's aged. Let me check out if he's still a good actor. And I same thing. I didn't hate it. Like I was like, you know what? This is kind of what I expected. It didn't over deliver, didn't under deliver.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know Orlando Bloom was in it. I would pretty much. That's pretty much an Orlando Bloom movie. I didn't hate it.
Yeah. Him and David Harbour. He's just like He elevates every movie he's in. Honestly.
Yeah.
He tricked me into thinking that Black Widow was pretty good, but it's actually but moving right along. We'll talk about No Hard Feelings, the Jennifer Lawrence comedy.
Tell me about
it.
I didn't see it.
The fake J-Lo.
It looked so bad.
Missed it.
I I'm gonna put it in the I didn't hate it. You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the I liked it.
Oh,
Fuck it.
no.
I'm gonna put it in the I liked it.
First
Oh.
one.
This is the first. Yeah, we got
Alex is
pretty far.
into what is this? This is almost borderline pedophilia, right? Like this is
Yeah.
a weird fucking movie.
It's got a very weird purpose. This movie, one of the reasons I like this movie so much because it feels like it came out in 1987. Like it seems like one of those movies.
No, this is a
It's
script.
like, oh, you can't make that movie anymore.
No. This was a
Yeah,
script
cute.
that was sitting on somebody's desk for 35 years.
Which gets even
Right.
funnier when the dad is Matthew Broderick.
Right?
Right, yeah.
It's like Matthew
Throwback.
Broderick was originally the lead in this movie.
This is a movie that Matthew Broderick wrote.
It's
Imagine-
basically like a
before he
remake
was
of one of his
Matthew
movies.
Imagine his agent being like, "Listen, I know 30 years ago we talked about you playing the lead. Would you be interested in the dad?" And he's like, "I mean, count
It's
me
like one
in."
of them old Patrick
No,
Dempsey
no.
movies.
His first question is, are we allowed to still make this movie?
Right.
Are we allowed to do this?
It's like an
It's not
old
canceled
Patrick
yet?
Dempsey movie or a Kirstie Alley movie, like
Yeah.
some kind of old, like
Mhm.
I'm just naming actors that I think would have been in the old movie.
Yeah.
Like
John Cusack.
remember
Yeah,
Summer
John
School?
Cusack.
Yeah, John
Mhm.
Cusack. might have
He's
been in
definitely
this
one of those. But yeah,
All
just
the people
felt-
we named turned down this movie.
That's
30
why
years ago.
that's why it took so long to get made. But I really credit Jennifer Lawrence for being in this movie because like this is definitely not the kind of movie that she needs to be in. Like
Right.
she could have totally passed on this and still been a millionaire. But you know, she really committed to this role. She was super funny in it.
Tell you what,
And
she
one
owed
thing that
somebody
nobody has
money.
been talking about, she gets totally naked in this movie, and no
I've heard.
one.
Really?
Like I feel like no one's
you know
talking
what?
about.
You know
that.
why?
Any good?
Wasn't impressive. Going on.
Oh!
I just find
I'm
it
just
funny in
talking
this-
about why nobody's talking
right.
about
Yeah,
it.
no, I just
Because
yeah.
when you saw, look, Halle Berry showed us those beautiful sweater puppets
Ooh,
one
swordfish.
time, and then we were like, "Wow!"
That's the thing. It's like that's
And
why it
then
feels like
motherfuckers
Changed
that
the
ran
game.
people to Monsters Ball. People ran to go see Monsters Ball
Right.
after that, and they should have stayed at home. But
They should have
moving
stayed
right
at home.
along.
moving right along, the Iron Claw, the
Ooh,
wrestling
yeah.
movie about.
What did you think? I'm eager to see what
Nobody
you
better
thought.
not say anything bad about
Um,
Ryan Claw.
It almost went into my top 10.
I'm
This
gonna
is
put
an
it in.
Oscar-
I liked
Oscar-
it.
This is
Yeah.
gonna be a sleeper at the Oscars. Just watch.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are
It
gonna get
is.
nominated for this. I would have put it in, and I loved it honestly. If I just
You
was
were
not
such a bitch.
I was not. I was just not a fan of Zac Efron's performance. Like
Oh, Zachy?
he had a couple of moments where
Zachy Poo?
I thought he was pretty good, but
Alex, can you tell me where you want me to put it so that I
He
can?
said he liked it,
Oh, you said you wanted to put it in. I loved it.
but
but he put
Yeah.
it liked it. He liked
but
it.
yeah, but
Okay.
I put it in. I liked it. And yeah, and just plastic surgery sometimes messes with your facial expressions. And you can't emote as much as you can. I'm not talking about Zac Efron specifically. I might be talking about some other actor who's in this movie. Who knows?
Mac Tefron.
But-
Yeah, who knows? Yeah,
But did either of you guys see this movie?
I
did
love.
not.
I saw it the night that it or the day before it right like Thursday. I guess is that considered opening day? Because I know it's
Thursday's
Friday.
now
but-
opening day. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so I know that when
In
you watch
LA, it's
when you watch the
considered opening day.
commercials, it's always pointing to the Friday as the opening day.
Yeah, no,
so who knows?
in LA, opening day is Wednesday or Thursday, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know they always have it a day before, so I saw it that
There you go.
Thursday, and I was just like, "This is," and this is in the middle of me doing my top 10, and I was just like, "Do I need to add this in there?" And then I realized why I couldn't because my problems were different than yours. Zac Efron's stature in this movie, if you see the real life Von Erich family, his stature is closer to Carrie Von Erich, who was the guy from Jeremy Allen White, the character he played.
Hold on. Why does Blake sound like what's his name, the wrestler promoter guy? He talks like this, he sounded like him just then, real quick.
Oh,
What's up?
JR? You talking about JR?
No, not JR, the other guy.
Jerry. Oh, Jerry Lawler.
Jerry King Lawler.
No, I'll think of it later. I'll figure it out later. Yeah, but I'll come back to it. I'm sorry.
But Carrie Von Erich, he's built like a Hercules, and so was Zac Efron. And then you see Kevin Von Erich, and he's not quite as built as Zac Efron was. So like that super threw me off, and I was just like, it kept taking me out because I had watched a few like short documentaries on YouTube about the family, and I was just like, this doesn't. I mean, the performance was great, but I was like, every time I saw him, I'm like, well, and don't
It's
look
super
real.
funny. Not knowing anything about that, halfway through the movie, I was like, these roles should have been reversed. Like Jeremy Allen White should have played the main character, and I think that Zac Efron would have definitely benefited from having the limited amount of screen time that Jeremy Allen White's character does. But yeah, I definitely really enjoyed this. Super tragic story. It's so tragic that that the real story had a whole other tragedy with another brother that they just left out.
They were like, we can't do it.
It's like,
the
all right,
director, but the director felt bad. I listened to an interview with him. He's like, it's gone through 7 rewrites, and he's like, the first 5, he was in it. Chris was in it, but like we had to just sort of trim stuff down. He's like, if I had to regret one thing, like it's trimming him out of it, and I just had to get this movie made. And I was like, damn, bro, like I can't hate on. Like I can point it out, but I can't be like, poking at it on hate wise.
Jim Cornette.
Oh,
okay.
Jim Cornette is who you sounded like just then. Like for 2 seconds, you were saying something, and I was like, "Damn, he sounded like Jim Cornette just then." I thought he was gonna tell me to kiss his ass.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
I'll tell you what, you may not like this next movie, but if you didn't, you can kiss my ass.
Well, I don't like it, so I'm not kissing your ass.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and move this one up because I meant to do this one when we did Quantumania, just do the Marvels back to back. I liked this movie. I thought that it was cute. I thought it was fun.
But if you don't like it, you hate women. No,
and
I'm joking.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like I'm a big fan of all these actresses, and I feel like they elevated some of like the cheese that is in this movie. That sort of weighs it down. But I thought it was a fine balance. I thought that there was a fine.
Shit had nothing to do with the Marvels. It fits nowhere in if we watch Secret Invasion. It makes no sense. And the best part of it is
hold on now. You cannot blame this having nothing to do with Secret Invasion on this movie.
That's right, Scroll Tide.
That's Secret Invasion's fault. Secret Invasion was such a dumpster fire.
But this should have had hints that even happened, or that like there were things that happened in that show. This had no, like there was no scrolls on Saber, and there were so many scrolls when Nick Fury woke up from his little beach mirage. There was all the scrolls. There were no scrolls on Saber. Where they at? Where'd they go?
I am actually. I'm gonna change my rating. I'm gonna move this down to I didn't hate it, because now that I'm thinking about like all the movies that I saw, it does fall more into this category with like The Creator and Ant-Man and the Flash. It was like, actually, I don't think that this movie was bad. I think it was good.
That's the thing. Tomorrow, Alex will have Quantumania and I liked it, and Marvels and I liked it, and Flash and I liked it. Then on Monday he'll have them all back at where they were, and then he'll move Mario down to I hated it.
Well, this is permanent.
I'm just saying he be moving his emotions change from day to day.
Very complex.
Bill, he's getting this tattooed on him at the end of the
That's why there's 2, 4, 6 goddamn categories for what the fuck motherfucker feel about a movie.
It's a 5-star. It's a 5-star. Rating. I walked out is just like I walked out.
No, I walked out is a negative star, man.
That's what
that's the whole other category for movies. I didn't feel right saying I hated it because I didn't see the whole thing.
Of which, what the fuck is this?
This is Evil Dead Rise.
Oh yeah,
Evil Dead movie. I liked this one.
I liked it too.
I thought it was really good, surprisingly good.
Yes. I definitely wouldn't put it in. I loved it. I think it's great for I liked it. I thought it was a fun take on the Evil Dead. And yeah, it skipped over some of the issues that some of the Evil Deads have, where they were just like so campy. This one, yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about this. It just didn't hit to I loved it.
Yeah, it was just slightly under like I loved it in some of those like best horror movies I've ever seen categories, but like I really enjoyed it. But moving right along, you didn't see this one, Blake, right?
No.
Yeah, you don't fuck with that. Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I didn't hate it. Yeah, it's definitely in that same category with all these nice little Saturday.
What?
Movies.
I'll tell you what. Beast Wars was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, and I never saw the movie.
This should not go in the same category as Marvels or Flash, in my opinion.
Oh, so what did you think?
I mean, this one should be If
Bill
this
loved
one
it.
is gonna be on I didn't hate it, then I think this one should be. Then those other two should move up, or this one should move down.
Okay.
But
so
I mean,
you hated
tell
this
you,
one.
I can't tell you that you didn't like, that you hated it.
Right.
So that's why I say that you should then move them other two up.
Bill's just saying that
there's no way
wrong.
that these sit on the same tier. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, I enjoyed all these movies about the same, and I enjoyed all these movies. Like, they're not all bad.
First
like,
of all,
you know.
you can't have enjoyed a movie that you hated.
I said I didn't hate it.
No,
that's what it says.
I'm just saying. When you said I enjoyed all these movies, I thought
I'm talking about in the I didn't hate it section.
Oh, well,
I mean, obviously I did enjoy all these movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say that does not make any
they're
sense.
They're clearly ranked. No.
Anyway, what's this one right
here?
This
is Dream Scenario, the Nicolas Cage weird A24 movie.
Fart and ejaculation.
I didn't like this one.
Really?
I personally didn't like it. It had an interesting concept of like this
Oscar.
Character who probably
it's gonna win an Oscar.
Because a lot of people do seem to like it, but it's like it's interesting because it's following this guy who's getting famous for something that he has no control over. It's kind of how like we joke about this. Is like how I feel about like with the short, like some of the shorts will get like 2,000 views, but like the video that the short is derived from will get like 30 views. And it's like it's weird. It's like that weird thing is like, well, I don't have any control over like
because we're black.
Like not wanting getting famous for the things that you're not necessarily wanting to get famous for, or getting recognition for things.
Same with Nick Cage in this movie.
Same with overcomplicated. It was just because we're black.
Nick Cage is he's invited to the barbecue. But and the ending is definitely super. It just super lackluster, and it takes all of the air out of the movie. Like I was disappointed. I really wanted to like that one.
Out of his ass.
But one that I did like, moving right along to TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I loved this movie.
I was about to say,
fucking right, you did.
I was gonna say if he tells y'all that he didn't love this movie, I'm out of here. All of this list is fucking fake.
Fake news.
The more I watch it, the more I like it, and now I love it. I really, really enjoyed it.
Anybody
100%.
want to disagree? We can send somebody to your house.
Me and Jeff watched it together, and on the way, on the way, him dropping me off, we were just like, "Is this the?" I was like, I don't want this to be blasphemy, but it's like, is this the best Ninja Turtles ever?
Short answer, no.
Is.
We can talk. We can debate it on another podcast.
And by the way, I saw it again 2 days later.
Yeah, so the short answer is yes, Bill, and you're wrong.
Oh no, we can go to a podcast battle royale.
I've seen it doesn't hold up, and this one's gonna hold up.
I'll agree with Blake. The only thing this movie was missing was Vanilla Ice.
Right. Next question.
Well, look, I will just say this. Hold on, let me just say this. I take a very large offense to the fact that this movie decided to take an opportunity to make April O'Neil a black female and made her an ugly black female. So that's what I take. That's where I take offense to. That's what I have a problem with. Because
you don't know, she might have a glow up.
No, man, I don't want to hear none of that.
It makes sense that
that was not. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. There's plenty of every journalist you've ever seen is nerdy. And none of them is ugly as her in this movie. And I'm just saying her depiction was unnecessary.
Well,
it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
You got to think of the logistics. A hot black girl's not going to fuck a turtle.
She's got options.
Yeah, she's got options. She's not going to be.
Let's move on.
Oh man! Speaking of hot women, no, I'm joking. Speaking of kung fu.
Speaking of kung fu, Polite Society. This was a banger. I loved this movie.
Bing.
Did either of you guys see this one?
Agreed.
No, I saw your review and I was just like, I should watch this. Fast forward, never did. But
he's like, but I did watch your review.
But I did watch your review. You got a like interview from me. I want you to know that.
I appreciate it.
I watched your review, then I didn't see the movie, but then I did watch your review again.
I felt like I've seen it twice.
Well, I will say that I saw the movie and I also loved it. It to me is it's hands down the best comedy that came out last year. and it should be the best action movie that came out last year, to be honest with you, because all the action movies that came out last year sucked. I mean, they sucked. I mean, like, you can say that Mission Impossible was a great movie. It really wasn't. It just had a bunch of great stunts, but the movie itself, the storytelling was garbage. So, I mean, that doesn't mean I'm not going to see the newest one, though. You know what I'm saying? I am still a part of the problem. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, Polite Society is the best movie you never heard of, best movie you never seen. Go watch it. Slap yourself in the face.
I didn't know you liked it that much. Yeah, I definitely really enjoyed this one as well.
What up? We got somebody popping in here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage.
Are we live right now? Fuck.
Yeah, sure are.
Yeah, we're live.
Live.
We have been
now.
for an hour and 10 minutes.
Start talking.
You just left.
Nine's a little shy.
I have that effect on some people.
Yeah. But moving right along.
Wait, have you seen Polite
I'm
Society?
back. Hey.
Did you see Polite Society 9?
Polite Society? No, I haven't yet. I got it ready. I got it ready to download it, so I'm gonna be watching it soon. Oh, it's high up there. Shit.
Yeah.
We're in here. So what is this one? What the fuck? I can't read this.
Knock at the Cabin. This is the M. Night Shyamalan movie. This one was I didn't like it.
Okay. This one is this section is filling up.
It's funny. Like, I was on my way out of the theater. I remember thinking, I was like, oh, that was pretty good. And there was something about the story. I really need to rewatch this one because there's something about the plot. I was like, oh, wait, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. So then I was like, no, wait, this whole movie is trash. But like, on the other hand, there's some great performances. Dave Bautista is amazing. The little girl is incredible.
I think that's probably what it is. See, like, people watch M. Night Shyamalan movies and they really be like, yo, that was a dope motherfucking movie. But the fact of the matter is, you got caught up in the fact that M. Night Shyamalan is a master, a genius even at using music, using shots, getting good actors to confuse you into thinking that he's doing a good job. He does all the things that you need to make a good movie, but then masks it like under he uses this bad
this is the argument. This is the debate that we had on the podcast, and I don't know if Nine was there, but I know me and Terry were there. Nine, chime in anytime if you remember this. But like, M. Night Shyamalan either makes really fantastic movies or he makes really horrible movies. And this was like the first one that was like, it's mid. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Next question.
Right. Yeah. I remember.
This is it.
But I'm just saying, like, what makes people think that, where you have to have the argument with people about whether or not the bad ones, we can all say the ones that are bad. We know we feel the same way. The people who feel opposite of us, they're confused by the good music, the score, the tension that he can build because of shots.
He's good at building moments.
Moments. He is the nigga Zack Snyder. He's still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he is, because he's really good at like this one thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't work out all the time because sometimes his scripts are bad. But he did write Stuart Little, so we ain't gonna be just up in here talking shit about M. Night Shyamalan. We're not just gonna be up in here talking shit about M. Night. God damn it! That's what we're not gonna do. What's this?
Right along.
The best thing M. Night Shyamalan did in 2023 was be part of a Nate Bargatze joke.
Oh, I do not know that joke.
Roll Tide.
The joke is in Sixth Sense. It's more believable that a married couple did not speak for a year than that he was dead the entire
movie. That's pretty great. Moving right along to Broker. This is a Korean film has a crazy concept. I'm gonna put it in. I liked it. This is crazy concept.
You motherfucking racist asshole.
Can I see your bottom really quick? Because I don't know any of those movies.
Oh yeah, so the bottom is I walked
just
out.
a recap for those who have just joined us.
Yeah, for those who just joining us, I walked out is Haunting in Venice, Fool's Paradise, and Alice Darling. I'm sure that you haven't heard of.
I hated it.
Haunting in Venice. How do you feel about that, Blake?
We already talked about
it. You've mentioned that Blake now hates Alex, and Alex now hates him.
We're in a fight now.
We're gonna do a rebuttal. We can do a rebuttal podcast later for sure.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, because as Mr. Whimsy Noah just pointed out, this will take us 4 hours to go through.
Oh yeah,
if we
actually, I
spend
haven't paid attention to the comments in a minute.
5 minutes to this. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's take since we're taking a break. Let's look at these comments. Because somebody's going.
Oh, holy shit!
What the shit?
Yeah. What's up, Playboys? Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot going on here. You will go on an amazing journey of self-discovery in which you will. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we
thanks
appreciate
a lot.
you. Yeah, we appreciate you. Moving right along.
Speaking of whimsical.
Well, before we talk about the next movie, I just want to say, Broker. You guys have to see this movie. It's so crazy. It's a story about apparently in Korea they have these little drop-off points where if like you have a baby and you can't take care of it, you can put it in a little cubby, and some government officials will come and take it and like put it in the system, like the foster system. And there's this whole other subsect.
The documents to prove.
This movie is about these brokers who like they steal these
babies. They broker babies. Yeah.
They steal these babies and they sell them to people who can't have their own children. And it's about this group of people who have stolen a baby but like then the mother shows up and she gets involved in the selling of the baby. It's a wild movie. Love it. It's awful. But moving right along. Of course you love it. Let's talk about Willy Wonka. Did any of you guys see this one?
Alex, where do you put it?
I
just put it on.
Hold on. Before anybody says anything, where do you put it?
I didn't hate it.
Okay.
I was very surprised by
Bill's
like how
only
charming
request for the rest of this is for you to say where you want it first, so you can take his hand off the damn mouse.
My goddamn hand off the mouse. Don't want to hear about all this goddamn dog, but no, nigga. I don't. Tell me where you want the motherfucker at.
But yeah, I thought this was way more charming than I thought it was going to be. I still feel like Timothée Chalamet was miscast, but I think they need somebody a little bit weirder.
In life, yeah, I agree.
No, he wasn't.
That's how you really feel.
Damn, he getting all these little kitty cats wet. I'm gonna tell you something.
All right, I'm here for the next two, and then I'm gonna bounce.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's go ahead and knock this one out. Bottoms,
bro.
I love
this
movie.
I loved it. Yeah. I watched it because you said that it was good. I went to the theaters and I was like, this is still in theater. Like it was in theater for a couple weeks, and I was like, Alex said it was good. Alex has good taste most of the time when it's not Haunting in Venice. But I was like, Alex has a really good taste. I'm like, I think I'm probably gonna like this movie. He says, and bro, it made my top 10. If everybody out there go to Nerds at Night, check out my top 10. It was number 10 because it's got that raunchiness that like the 2000 like rated R like movies, the comedy movies that were like $15-20 million to make that they don't make anymore. It has that same charm and that same appeal. And I was just like,
very 2000s.
A lot. Yeah, there was a lot of fun.
You know what y'all are saying? It's very black comedy. That's what y'all are saying. Black comedy saved comedy back in the late 80s, early 90s. And
I'm just
glad a lot of those movies y'all feel like they don't hold up no more, and we will be talking about them this year on season 2. It doesn't hold up.
You watched most of this movie when I was
watched this movie. Yeah, I've watched this movie twice. I've watched half of it on one side and the other half on the other side.
Yeah, flip the cassette over. Yeah,
it was a great movie. Who gives a shit?
I'm just glad they gave Leia from The Idols some redemption.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we could talk about that, but this was her character in high school. Is what you didn't know.
Yeah, and honestly, also
Ayo having a breakout year.
Yeah, shout outs to Ayo.
What do y'all think about that? Y'all don't think about y'all just gonna run over my theory like that?
What
this character is her in in high school. This is a prequel.
I thought you were saying
Oh,
that.
of
I
Idol.
thought you were saying
Idol.
it's like Rachel Sennett from.
Oh.
I thought, but you're talking about it's her character.
I thought you meant the
character.
actress.
Before she goes off to LA.
Before she goes to LA.
That would be an interesting.
She was running a
it's-
lesbian fight
you know
club.
what?
Yeah.
They both exist in the same like sense of reality. Like they both have they're both unrealistic as fuck. But I will say that Ayo Edebiri, she's having a great year. She just won the Golden Globe for The Bear. And she was in TMNT as April O'Neil.
Could have made her look like her.
They could have made her look like her.
Why didn't they make April look like her? I'm just saying.
It's funny because there's a joke about in Bottoms where she's like, I know I'm ugly. But moving right along, we're gonna talk about, but I don't think she's ugly. But moving right along, we're talking about Dumb Money. I
all right.
didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's trying really hard to be like it's very much a pitch meeting kind of movie where they're trying to be like, it's social media meets The Big Short, and it's totally that, but
it is
obviously that, and it's borrowed from a lot too.
It felt like a lesser tier.
It
felt like a lesser tier Big Short, but like if you liked Big Short, you'd like this movie. I don't know if you'd love it, but like it's in that same ballpark, right? Like it's in the same recommendations as like if they were both on Netflix or wherever you watch movies, it'd be like, I would recommend that you watch this, and it's not wrong, but I love it. It's awful.
Wait, what's happening? I don't.
The comment. Read it.
Oh, I love it. It's awful. It's. Oh yeah, that's
I love
it.
It's awful. I love it. It's awful.
Yeah, I had a fun time with it. I thought it was gonna have
Mark.
just as fun of a time as Big Short. That's why I wanted to go see it. But I liked it. I think that's where you put it is appropriate. Oh, you're muted. Why y'all muted?
Because I was telling him something.
Friends don't keep secrets.
No, what happened is I was trying to tell him something while Blake was talking, and then the microphone delayed when I clicked it. And for some reason, it just went mute after. But, you know. So, it was a delay on the mute button.
Talking over the only Mexican boy.
But,
yeah.
Alex, what the fuck is this? Why are these goddamn thumbnails so small?
Hey, movie posters are terrible. That's not my fault.
They used to be so good.
Do you need to jump out of here before we talk about this next one?
I will be out of here. Yes.
Man, it's so great to have you on. Thanks so much for coming and
love you, miss you,
chatting about movies, bud.
I thought you were trying to leave before. I thought you were trying to talk about Creed, and so that's why I moved it like way back up to the front just to see if you would notice.
I'm glad you kept moving it because I didn't watch it, but I heard it was good. But I'm not gonna. Maybe when I'm an old man and I cannot walk, I'll be like, you know what? I got time. I'll watch all the things. You know. For now, peace, y'all.
Later, Papa Money. Have a good one.
Later, homie.
All right, people.
All right. So next up is Mission Impossible 7.
Oh yeah.
I will put this in the I didn't hate it section as well. It's probably one of my least favorite Mission Impossible movies. I really like this franchise.
Worse than 3?
No, yeah, this is worse
really
than 3. This is worse than every one of them.
Oh no! I'll put it in. I didn't hate it. I'll put it in. I didn't hate it.
I haven't watched it. But is it really?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's not that great. Like, I mean, I don't know what people want to be different. Like, it wasn't that great.
Talk about a fallout.
Oh, you know what? Someday you will go on a journey of self-discovery where you will learn the most powerful computer is the human heart.
Listen. As co-host of this show, I'm going to take Carte Blanche to move on to the next.
We'll move on to Missing. I will put this also in the I didn't hate it section. It's way better than I thought it was going to be from like.
Really?
Because this is like
a sequel. It does that. That's great.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to run out of room.
Oh, no. Yeah. I tested it out before. I was like, yeah, because
you were getting
but yeah, this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, if you guys don't know, it's in the same concept of or like format of that. What was that other movie where
Searching?
it
That
all
other
takes
movie.
Searching? Yeah, where it all takes place.
it.
How did you know that? Who the fuck just goes? What's that
love
other
those
movie? The
movies.
other 100 billion movies? Like, nigga, what?
So you saw this
loved
one,
it.
9?
I love this movie. I've watched it. It's one of the ones that I've watched so many times this year.
Oh shit, for real?
I keep on watching it with different people. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. It
I think
is
it's like I think what it's it's just that like it's so fun to like see people guess like what's about to happen or to,
Yeah.
like speculate with. So it's just like a good flick to put on with somebody, and it's on Netflix, cheap, it's easy, good movie night.
Yeah,
Fuck
super
Netflix.
night. Like, yeah, like the I didn't hate it section is like very much like Saturday night. Like, what do you want to put on kind of nights? Like, I would throw any of these movies on. Very
Seriously,
rewatchable.
Netflix has been pissing me off. They can. Well, hold on. Sorry.
Wait, is that? Oh, I thought you were reading a comment, but that's what you're just.
No, that was,
saying.
I was coming from my mouth.
It's coming from my heart.
Did you unban this guy?
No, he's I just put him in timeout.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, he's
For a little bit.
persistent. He's persistent.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Just don't go.
Welcome
Crazy.
back. And we'll definitely get to your he said Godzilla -1 was the best movie I saw this year. Definitely can't wait to talk about that. But,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm normal now. Just was having a little
now.
we're just having a little spat.
Hold on. You know what? I think this dude was in here before when we did that one. If this is not the same dude, he said the exact same thing. Godzilla -1 was the best movie I saw this year. He said that.
He said that
in
when
another
Monarch.
pod. Yeah,
Yeah.
the pod
A
that
lot
we
of
had.
people have been seeing this. Saying
On Bill, on what?
On another pod that we did.
What when we were talking about what show?
I think we were talking about Monarch. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you have
The
to.
Monarch.
Thank you, I needed it.
I didn't realize you were fishing, Jeff. I was like,
Oh, 100%.
But moving
I
right
was fine
along.
waiting for it.
He's like,
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
see my
he-
fishing pole? I'm out here.
Jeff's tail is so easy because it's just like that tilting the head of like
Oh, I love that shirt that you got on.
Not the
there,
best
Jeff,
gambler.
by
Yeah,
the
you
way.
know.
He's
That's
got
good.
a
I'm
fresh
pretty happy
shirt
with it.
on.
I've got a nice shirt
Oh,
over my
nice.
nice
Yeah.
scarf.
Scarf,
Yeah,
that's cool.
right.
That's cool.
got
I'm
some
liking that.
fun little guys on there. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice. Looks nice. You can get the same thing,
Represent.
y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get you one of them drunk bathroom shirts.
Queen.
9, you'll be getting yours soon. I accidentally had it shipped to my house, but I will send it to you.
And
I'll
Terry,
wait for the
get yours
promised
soon,
land.
too,
I'll
Terry.
wait for the promised land.
What's this dude's name? Snartle.
Snartle.
Poor
Parp. Oh
to
no,
Nick.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, yeah, yo, Godzilla -1, nigga.
That's like
Go buy a
Nick-
T-shirt.
Mr.
That's what I'm fucking saying. I'm trying to tell you, go put that vigor into the shop.
Next up, Jules. It's a movie that I don't think anybody heard about this movie. It's a Ben Kingsley sci-fi film.
Nigga, Ben Kingsley.
I was expecting it to like it's got like Jane Curtin. It's about this
Jane
old
Curtin?
guy. It's about this old guy who so first of all, I'll say I didn't like it.
I was about to say, this is the oldest goddamn movie on this list. And it's not even old, it's new.
It's
but
just that by age, it's just
it's just
the
so
oldest
many
cast.
old niggas in this.
fuck is
Is
that?
anybody
I
alive
think he
that's
just
been made this
turned
movie?
79.
Are they
but-
still alive?
Yeah, they're all still alive. It's about this. It's the movie about this alien that crashes in the backyard of this old man in the small town's backyard, and he's kind of like known as the town crazy. So he doesn't even bring it up to people that there's an alien.
He's so
in his
crazy. He
backyard.
know they gonna be like,
Oh my god.
This-
Yeah, it's like nobody's gonna believe it.
Look at the screenshot that I just found of this fucking movie. What is going on here?
I remember
What
this.
the fuck is this, dude? Oh,
I
no.
remember
It's like,
this.
oh my
Hold on. I got real questions here.
I will say real quick,
you did not like this.
I did not like this.
And so yeah,
Okay.
explain this scene for us real
This
quick.
is the alien. I think that this is like maybe
I don't want
before it's finished because the coloring and everything of the alien was very different in the movie.
No, this is from the trailer. This screenshot is from the
okay.
trailer, and yes, the movie would have been was I heard was different, and it wasn't. Look at this. What in the good goddamn?
You know what's weird?
This just looks like a little person has
shots of this movie.
This just looks like a little person got butt naked and fell into some powder, like butt naked wet, fell into some flour.
Yeah, it looks like this flour has been left out, like flour and water.
And he just sitting there looking at him.
And you thought E.T. looked fucking ugly.
No, I know E.T. look ugly. But
you
know why they thought E.T. look ugly? Because he was
ugly.
No. We were conditioned by the white alien to this black alien.
Well, so you mean by this alien?
Yeah.
Snartle, he said that while that alien looks like a real piece of crap, that's one of the problems I have with it, because even though it looks better in the movie, it doesn't look that much better. And they sort of made it seem like in the first 5, 10 or 15 minutes or whatever, like, oh, this is just does he have Alzheimer's and he's just imagining this, or is there really an alien in his backyard? And then it becomes, but then a few minutes later, it's very clear that it's not a hallucination because like other people, like his friend sees the alien is like, oh shit. I was like, okay, okay, never mind.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you. What the fuck is this movie right
This
here?
one is Talk to Me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes.
It's going up.
Yes.
This is the one that's got Sarah so scared she can't stop talking about it.
Oh my!
She's like,
we
let's
only
watch
watched
it
one
again.
scene
I
from
was
that movie.
scared.
Oh no, did you guys watch it?
We watched it. Yeah,
All
we
right.
finished watching it. We finished watching it with you.
Y'all only watched one scene with me.
I'm pretty sure she finished watching it with you.
I don't think so. But we'll see. But yeah, I love this movie. Love the concept, the execution. These YouTubers who made it. Shout outs to YouTubers.
And it was their first film.
Yeah, it was their first film. It's so mature for like, especially for if you see what these YouTubers, like the videos they usually make.
You want me to give
different.
a shout out to? You want me to give a shout out to YouTubers in Australia? Never. Moving right along.
Australia.
That movie was
real
so
quick,
good,
you
I
guys
immediately started looking for other Australian horror movies.
Wait, what?
This movie was so good, it made me immediately start looking for other Australian horror movies.
Oh, really? Yeah. Like you had to. It's like, okay, they're
I think I went
pretty good
Wolf
at this.
Creek after that, and then after that, I was like, I don't know. It's hard to find something that's like. There's a bunch of Australian horror movies. I don't know if there's a bunch of good ones.
Australian Spooky Hands. Yeah, that was the working title for the movie. Australian Spooky Hands, take 2. But yeah, so
is there
you guys
another one out
also
there?
really
Who knows?
Moving right along, I guess we'll talk about Jawan. This was a Bollywood movie. It actually, I recently looked this up. It broke the records for the biggest box office hit in all of Bollywood. So, like, it's the most.
But where do I put it?
I will put it in the I didn't hate it section. I was expecting it to be like RRR.
This, Alex, you are an undecided voter, huh? I made
my vote.
You so goddamn. This is the most indecisive list. Look at this. I didn't hate it and I didn't like it. Half of them should be in I don't like it, and half of them should be in I liked it.
I'm saying you probably like more movies more.
The category I didn't hate is what I'm saying. It shouldn't exist. Is all I'm saying. It's a cop out for you. That's why it's filling up.
Well, I mean,
that's why it's filling up. It's filling up because you're not going to stand on one or the other and say I didn't like this movie or I did like this movie. I'm not judging it. I'm just saying
you're very much judging it. That's exactly
the definition of judging.
No, I'm not judging where you're putting them. I'm just saying
you're judging this whole system.
It's a
5-star rating. If it makes you feel better, that's 3 out of 5 stars. If it makes you feel better, that
doesn't make me feel better. It's still that's fair,
movie?
but that still stands on what I was saying. It's an indecisive
insane.
It's crazy, and it has like it has great music and like great fight scenes, but it just wasn't as like I didn't love it as much as I loved like RRR, which was like insane.
We gotta revisit this list in about 7 months because I'm guaranteeing you these are gonna get split. Like the I didn't hate it. Those are gonna go between I didn't like they're gonna some of those are gonna move to I liked it or move down to I didn't like it.
Possibly.
Man, I wish I was
Possibly. I change my mind all the time. Some of these that I had is like, I've changed from like the video review that I made.
Is that Quantum Mania in I Didn't Hate It?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, read off these comments while we're bullshitting.
Rachel V, I didn't hate it. Seems like a perfectly good catch-all.
No, the one that's on the
stuff.
screen.
Oh no, sorry. Will misses calling as a voice actor. Sorry, my bad.
Yes, and then this one.
Then good Aussie horror like Mungo, funny name, very creepy.
Oh, good. I'll check that one out. Thank you.
Funny name.
and then
I didn't hate it. Seems like a perfectly good catch-all for mid-tier stuff. It wasn't good enough to like or bad enough to hate. Moving right along, let's talk about Puss in Boots.
We talk about pussy?
Not exactly
on YouTube.
But
that's not what we're talking about.
So
when we were
talking about Mario earlier, this is exactly what the fuck I was talking about. This is a movie for kids that is great. I loved it so much. Not every movie needs to be this amazing, but you see how far away it is from Mario and the rankings. Like it's not. I personally like to.
Anybody else have a comment on this? Anybody else see this?
I did not see it. Is it still
an
voiced by
incredible
Antonio?
cast.
Wait, sorry. Jeff, what
I was asking if is Puss still voiced by Antonio Banderas?
It is. Yeah.
Nice.
Or he is.
An amazing cast.
I had my high school what's it called? Spanish teacher grew up in the same village as Antonio Banderas in Spain.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
That is
small
insane.
world.
All I got.
You know what's really crazy? They lived in a
you remember
village.
that.
Nigga, that's crazy. That's
I don't
wild.
remember
Niggas
anything
living
else
in
from that
villages.
class.
That's wild. I don't know. That's just wild. Niggas living in villages. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy shit.
I mean, I come from a
I
You
village.
said
live in
Spain,
a
right?
village, yo.
Yeah,
live
you
in a
said Spain,
village?
I believe.
Yeah, you said Spain. No, but I'm just talking about in. You know,
No,
if you really think
in the
about
comments.
it.
The comments.
Yeah, comments.
Oh, my bad.
But moving right along, Guardians of the Galaxy Throth. I will say I liked this movie. I didn't love it.
Agreed.
The first Guardians is the only Guardians movie that I loved. But this one was like a solid end.
The second one is the one he loves to hate.
Yeah, I fucking hate Guardians of the Galaxy too.
The movie he
It's
loves
not
to
good.
hate.
It's not that good.
But what did you guys think of GOTG3? Nine, I'll let you go.
I would actually,
so
in my
hard
personal
to
list, I would
say
say I
Guardians.
loved it. I would say I loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when the dog days start playing, excellent.
Let me tell you something,
Excellent.
Jeff. Alex's expertise is making an abbreviation longer than it actually takes you to say said actual statement.
I put it on my resume.
That is what he
I'm really
does.
good
He's
at.
been doing it since he was about 7 years old. Yeah. Been doing it since he was about 7 years old.
But Jeff, did you see this one?
I did. I'm gonna say it is. I like it, but I haven't rewatched it, and on a rewatch, I might love it.
Okay. Yeah, I do need to rewatch it, honestly.
Yeah.
And
I was literally talking about this movie with somebody this morning.
This
I got up, had a phone call, and we ended up talking about this movie a little bit.
They're like, listen, we got to talk about mom's finance. And
how
Matt's
that
like, yeah, I don't care about that. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
yeah, it's got some goofy shit in there. For the most part, I did really enjoy most of this movie.
They did
Snarl
Rocket good in this movie, obviously.
Wait, what?
They did Rocket good in this movie.
Yeah, Rocket was the MVP of this movie. And Snartle says Palm Clementif is from question mark. I'll say she's from Mission Impossible 7 because she's the MVP of that movie. She is the best part of the movie for sure. But moving on to
she's from Egypt. That's where she was born.
She's from France. She is from France. The Boy and the Heron. I will put this in. I liked it. It is Miyazaki's probably his last movie because that nigga is old as shit. And this was a very self-reflective movie where it's just like very much about him being a creator and also not wanting his son to pick up the mantle because he's not as good of a filmmaker. It's weirdly
give it a rest, son.
It's weirdly like on the nose.
It's like the Jerry Jones of movies.
Jerry Jones.
You'll never beat the champ, son.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones has a son who is very much so capable of taking over everything. That's organizational. But guess what? Jerry's like, I'm Jerry.
Guess how old Miyazaki is? You guys know?
82.
87.
He's 81, right?
43.
83.
83.
Closest
without going over.
Closest without going over, which is all that matters.
You in the dining room set.
Alex.
Tell you what,
we're gonna move this one. Let's do this one first.
Okay, let's do this one first. American Fiction. You guys can check out Blake's review of this on Nerds at Night. I will say I liked it. I liked it a lot. Really great concept for a movie.
Hold on.
If you like it a lot.
Hold on. Hold on. Since you liked it a lot. Yeah. You know what? I'm glad you said that. Because look, you liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like this to go in the I like it category. I liked it as much as a person can like anything at all.
Look, I'm just curious. Look, listen. You liked it a lot. What keeps you from getting to I loved it? Because so far there is no movie in that kind of a category or in that in the dramatic end this year or in 2023 that put you over to that side of I loved it.
Yeah.
And so far, really, there ain't one that there's only one that's I liked it. So other than this one.
Oh, you talk about dramas?
Yeah, like in that dramatic kind of category.
Comedic
drama. So I'm trying to figure out what would have made you like it. What would have gotten you?
Would have made me?
What about it didn't make you love it?
It's funny. Like I was trying to think about what it was about American Fiction that I didn't like super love. Maybe it just wasn't as funny as I was expecting it to be, but it was definitely really well written, really emotionally like I don't know, it definitely tugged on the heartstrings. I don't know. You might be convincing me to put it in the I loved it section.
Yeah, you loved it. I
might have loved it.
And it's niggas.
Yeah, black people. Oh yeah, black people.
Black people.
Yeah, you know what? You might have convinced me. I think I'll put it in the I love it.
You know what?
Max
put me on the board.
Maximum in Living Color is in this one.
Look, we're moving it up.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put
you know what's hilarious? That like this is really Alex judging movies, but at the same time we're just judging Alex.
This is what happens when you
are
put out a
under
list.
review, Alex.
That's what happens when you put out a list.
As soon as you put out a list, there'll be someone who doesn't.
There it goes. Cutting you off.
Someone who knows why you're wrong.
Well,
yes,
also,
guys, please put in the comments why you think I'm wrong about this.
Rachel V will let you know. Rachel V will let you know. A lot of people. Morgan let you know. Sarah let you know. The way this podcast works, Drunk Ben's podcast, is he says something and I tell him that he's stupid. That's how this actual podcast goes. It's been going a little different than the last 3 months. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little off the rails for people who've been here for a while. We've been agreeing.
Speaking of which, actually, probably not speaking of which, because I don't think you've seen this one. But moving right along.
Hold on, I'm gonna move it. Because I don't want to do that one yet. We're gonna do Creed.
We're gonna do Creed first?
I can't even watch Blake's video because I haven't seen that shit yet.
Creed 3, I liked. Are you talking about American Fiction?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I liked Creed 3 a lot. I'll put it right there.
Wait a minute, a lot again?
Yeah, this one I will definitely just say that I liked it because there wasn't anything spectacular about it, other than because the story was just very mid. But it was incredibly well directed. Like, I'm really excited to see
it.
the next thing that Michael B. Jordan directs, because he directed his ass off in this one.
Who else did you like in it?
I thought Jonathan Majors was really good. Like, R.I.P. Jonathan Majors. But I thought he like had a really great performance. He definitely outacted Michael B. Jordan, but I think Michael B. Jordan just really focused on.
Yes, Rachel, I am the older brother. And yes, you know how it is. You got to keep these motherfuckers in check sometimes. Put the elbow drop on them. You know what I'm saying? And verbally. We do not condone violence at the Drunk Mantis channel. Is Jonathan Major's career over now that he was convicted?
I mean, he's been dropped
his girlfriend. Who? Well, I'm glad that. No, I'm glad. I'm so glad that you asked
half
that.
White, half parakeet.
Black.
She does look very strange.
I haven't seen
but now let me tell you two things that let you know that he's going to be doing just fine in Hollywood. One thing is that you've got many examples worse than his that show you that Hollywood don't give a shit about any of these things. It's about what it looks like in the eye of the public. We need to let this blow over. That might be a goddamn Hollywood term that was created. Like, that phrase might have been created in Hollywood. Let this blow over. That phrase might have been created in Hollywood. And also,
so yeah,
Jonathan
Hollywood
Majors,
producers use that term and gangsters use that term. Yeah. It's like, let's just wait for the heat to die down.
Yeah, let it no. But also, the second way you know that he's going to be just fine in Hollywood is because he's dating Megan Good.
That is true.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to tell you right now.
But
he is going to be just fine. Megan Good is like a god out here, goddess.
We did put him on the biggest bag fumblers of 2023 list.
That doesn't absolve you from being able to come back. That's not the question.
But if we're considering that he's dating Megan Good, then he's also one of the biggest bag pickers.
Exactly.
What do you call that?
Yeah, exactly. We call that good. He's got a second bounce. Like in basketball, when you got the second bounce, like you missed your shot, but you rebounded real quick and got the second shot. You know what I'm saying? He did. He rebounded the bag.
Yeah. Moving right along. Godzilla -1. Did any of you guys see this one?
Nope.
Oh man. Yeah. This one,
what's his name? Saw it.
Oh yeah. Well, yes, Snartle saw it for sure. I loved this movie. Yeah, I'm willing to put it in. I
loved this movie?
Yeah, I'll put it in.
You and Snartle loved this movie?
It's not my favorite of the year, but it was like the script is incredible. Like when I was talking about this.
A monster.
So that's the thing. It's more about like grief and guilt and like duty and like about this.
You like a movie about doo-doo, Alex? You like a movie about
shit? Crazy. I'm a fecal maniac. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, good thing that's on the internet forever, Alex.
Someone's gonna make a short of that and cancel me. But I loved the story for this. The special effects isn't great at times, but it's definitely good for like the $26 million budget or whatever.
Didn't they like destroy the post-production team? Like they were worked to death. Basically.
Oh, I didn't hear that. That would make
same
sense.
thing with Spider-Verse.
Yeah, like with everything.
Yeah, out here kicking people's asses in the special effects,
kicking people in the Duke.
But
in their duties.
So,
I haven't seen Godzilla -1, but that's the one where Godzilla like does the pink shot, right? I mean,
yeah.
The what?
Like Godzilla's atomic breath is pink in this one for some reason. And
really?
I ended up that led to the funniest meme I've seen all year, which was someone just showed a shot of that and said this is literally Barbenheimer.
Just want to put this up. Just want to put this comment up because it basically speaks to everything that you were just saying about this movie. Because I feel like maybe people aren't gonna feel this way at all.
Mm-hmm. I was a little disappointed with Shin Godzilla, but Godzilla -1 was incredible. And yeah, it actually had a real script this time, a real great one, and felt like a unique Japanese artwork. Yeah, I would not be surprised if this gets nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay in the Oscars, because like it was one of the best written movies I saw last year.
That's it right there. See, that's it. Y'all lying. That's the movie right there.
This is the movie. You create that guy. I did.
Oh man, and we'll get to the Barbenheimer of it all, but I will go ahead and say that this next movie is
no, we're not doing that one. We're doing this one.
Okay. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons first.
You gotta know how to see. You gotta get the the titillation going.
All right.
I know how to do the titties, so I got you.
Sure. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I loved this movie as well.
I knew where it was going anyway. Like
this was one of the most fun experiences I had in the movie theater.
Yeah, man. If you guys did not go to see this movie, punch yourself in the face and get your ass up and go rent it on YouTube.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it might be for free on YouTube right at this point, but I mean,
it's for free on Amazon.
Okay, yeah, Amazon.
I played Baldur's Gate 3.
So that's close.
I think it's the same thing, right?
Pretty much the same experience.
That's like playing. What's the other
Probably
one?
less sex in Dungeons and Dragons.
No, yeah. Look, I suggest that everyone go see
How
this.
do you think he made his daughter stupid?
This one was my favorite one of my favorites on this list. It was my favorite. So it's like Polite Society, and this one, like Polite Society, wasn't as funny as this was.
Yeah.
This was way funny. And also, it was done so goddamn well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like, it was just done so well. It was probably goes into the most underrated movie of the year. That should be a drunkies category.
Underrated?
Most underrated?
Yeah, most underrated movie of 2023.
Oh my God, isn't he in the Magical Negroes?
Yes.
He's being a magical Negro.
He's also
I was just gonna say he's the magical one.
What's that with Shaolin Fantastic?
Oh yeah, he's in the Get Down.
The Get Down.
Yeah. There's so much potential in that piece of shit show.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, the
Shaolin Fantastic.
Jeff, you didn't see this one either, right?
I saw it.
Oh, you saw
it. The first time I saw it, I liked it. The second time I saw it, I fucking loved it. It's like you guys said, it's hilarious. It's action. It's got a lot of heart to it. But one thing, I got a neighbor.
Would you watch it with the second time?
Myself. Yeah, both times. Just
watch it with the first time.
Myself.
Both times. Okay.
Yeah. First time I saw it in theater. Second time on a plane. But one thing that I didn't know about it, I was flying somewhere. So
just
one
very
thing,
rare to like a movie on a plane.
Yeah, that should also tell you how good it is.
Yeah. Mysterious Beast. That's how
my neighbor. My neighbor's big into Dungeons and Dragons, and he was saying one of the great things about the movie is how they incorporate little things from the actual game and make it really fun. Like the scene where he's walking, like he's the bard, Chris Pine is like doing the song, but it turns out, it's actually the illusion. And all of a sudden his foot gets caught in like a hole and he starts messing up the illusion and stuff. Like that's actually something that can happen in the game. Like you can roll, you can have a bad roll and like, oh, sorry, your spell didn't work. And like, so like they took things that can happen and come across like that. Or like the graveyard scene where they can only ask each guy 3 questions.
Yeah.
Like that's something that happens in the game too.
Well, see, that's why I thought it was a good movie, not like for the same reason, but the opposite reason, which is that I never played no Dungeons and Dragons because I was trying to get some pussy in high school. Yep. And so like I never played Dungeons and Dragons. But I also don't know anybody who played Dungeons and Dragons. But when I watched the movie, it was still great.
Because people that play Dungeons and Dragons are fucking freaks, and they.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, we still love you.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I had different things going on in my life at that time, in which I would have been ingratiated to do so.
Right.
But I still love this movie. And when I was watching it, I could tell that there was there's moments here that are probably not for me. that are hitting way harder than they are hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like hitting way harder for somebody else who's played the game, as opposed to me and somebody and like you who haven't played the game at all.
Yeah. And speaking of Noah, yeah, like he said the same thing, that it's very friendly for people who have like it's got a lot of references to the actual game, but yeah, like you, to your point, you don't have to be a big fan of the game to enjoy.
Kind of like Echo. But anyway.
I'll say three quick things to be done with, and then I'll be done with this movie. One, this movie was so good that because of it, tomorrow I'm actually going to go to my neighbors and create my first character in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, shit.
Two, yeah, just because it seems fun. Two, if you like this movie, check out the Amazon Prime show Vox Machina. And three, Chris Pine is such a good, fun actor. Why do we not see him that often anymore?
Because he doesn't need to work, fool. Chris Pine.
What's that?
Chris Pine's family is rich, and he is rich.
Sorry, what did you say, Nine?
That movie you said?
TV show Vox Machina. So
Vox
it's
pretty good.
Yeah.
These it's a cartoon about Dungeons and Dragons, and it's hilarious. And these guys that did a Dungeons and Dragons campaign on YouTube made it.
Oh, is this the Critical Role people?
Yeah, Critical Role.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to get more information on that, you can watch my video in the Drunk Reviews where I talk about
Dungeons and Dragons review,
or a Vox Machina
as well. Yes. Don't fucking play yourself. I just want to put this right here, Bill. Some of us have gotten pussy as a result of playing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
nerds are a
I'm saying, like, that's probably the easiest path. You messed up in high school. That's probably the easiest path.
But moving right along, speaking of sex, we're going to talk about Poor Things for a second. I love this movie. It's probably, I'll let you finish singing. What was that? I want to say Billy Martin. That's not his name. What's his name?
Michael
Bublé?
No, it's not Michael.
I know
it's not Michael.
George Michael. Yeah, Poor Things is probably my favorite movie of 2023. Like I laughed so hard. I enjoyed it so much. I've seen it 4 times in the theaters. And it's incredible. Any of you guys seen this movie yet?
No. It looked so weird. I didn't know if it was going to be worth watching. It was because that was the thing. Based on like the trailers and everything, it was either going to be great or crap.
Well, that's why the damn YouTube video ain't doing well. Y'all need to go watch this goddamn review.
Yeah, it's funny.
Go watch the review, and now you'll feel like you gotta watch the movie.
on January.
That's true, actually. I watched the review, and I was like, I'll watch this.
A week ago, Poor Things, people, production, promotions, marketing team. Y'all not doing a good job. I've been promoting the goddamn fuck out of this movie, and y'all just started really promoting it because it got an award at the Golden Globes. Let me tell y'all something, goddammit. Do your job.
That's what they do for like a bunch of
do your fucking job.
Well, there's a bunch of art out stuff that
I love this comment. Sorry, from Snartle. Just real quick. How funny is that? How funny is it that Emma Stone will hopefully win an Oscar for a movie where she tried to stick an apple up her pussy within the first 10 minutes?
It's about time they start giving awards for the shit we want.
Give the people what they want.
In the same year that she could have won, that she could possibly win an Oscar, she could also possibly win a porn star award.
Yeah, right.
Oh, those awards are coming up soon too.
Yeah,
it's
award season, baby.
She won the Golden Globe. Apparently, if you listen to the scuttlebutt, it's between her and Linda Gladstone from Killers of the Flower Moon, who's going to take away the gold for the best lead actress. But
I do want to point out that would never happen in a really good movie year.
Porn?
Like I'm just saying, in a really good movie year, Poor Things would never be getting nominated or a possibility of it being nominated for any Oscars. It maybe except like set design, makeup, and all that kind of stuff. Like we would not be getting any actresses or actors from this that have a possibility of winning anything in the Oscars if it wasn't for this really just bad year of production in Hollywood.
I feel that, and also, well, mainly because
not to take
if we looked, because if you looked at I loved it section, most of these movies aren't like movies that the Academy likes. Like
no, and we wouldn't expect.
Yeah, yeah, but these are these are great movies. Like like I would. That's why I feel like there should be something way to celebrate these kind of genre films, because all the performances in all these movies in the I Love This section are great. But
I love Snartle's opinion here is like Luke Gladstone's docked points for not trying to put any minus 10 points to Gladstone.
That's what you got to do. You gotta really put yourself. I don't see when they would have worked that into that story, but they had 3 hours. They could have.
They had 3 hours.
But look at this poster. Look at this movie. Like, do you want to watch it?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, the none of these posters.
Look, if you actually watch Alex's review on YouTube,
I don't know what this is about.
If you watch Alex's review on YouTube, you would know that these people, when making this movie, did not care about making any fucking money. When they made this movie, they went into it with every intent to make art.
Yeah,
we are going to make art, and we don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about this movie. And everybody in this movie has money. Everybody in this movie already is established.
Like a million.
So these are people doing a project.
Yeah, they got the Green Goblin, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they did a big student film they got a big student film that is going to possibly get nominated for an Oscar. Is going to make $100 million worldwide, and it probably cost them $20 million to make this movie.
Yeah, it's probably super cheap. Probably say like $50 million, because like there are some pretty like fantastical stuff, but yeah, this is made way cheaper than Ant-Man or something like that. But yeah, love this movie. It's my favorite movie.
Speaking of movies that have small budgets, no, psych. Every budget we're about to talk about now is fucking massive.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just start with 200 million.
I mean, the box office at least, like, Jesus.
Well, yeah, even the budget though for all three of these movies was just stupid.
I'm gonna put this one in. I loved it. I almost want to put it in. I liked it.
I would have.
I almost wanted to put it in. I liked it because, like, I'm not sure.
You're a bad person.
Well, I don't know.
That's the only reason why.
I don't know.
I know what it is.
I just hate it. I don't know, like, how much better it's going to be made when the third one comes out, because this is not a complete story, and it's weird. It's kind of a weird trend this year with like Mission Impossible 7. I think there's another movie that was like a one
Bill's favorite.
Mission Impossible 7.
And then how you got the goddamn unlitigated gall to be continued when you ain't did shit for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
I was talking about Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, Mission Impossible.
How you gonna tell me is to be continued? You ain't even did nothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not a movie those are not movies that need a to be continued situation.
No,
I did definitely like the cliffhanger in this one, but I think it'll be made even better by the next film, or made worse by the next film. So I don't
think it's going worse.
No. Look, there's a certain point where you have to release, like, it's like a child. Like, you try to take care of your child when you're unsure of what their capabilities are. You see them motherfucking fall a few times and get back up and do their shit and dunk on a nigga. You gotta leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have faith. At some point, like, the next one is gonna be great. We're gonna be talking about it. So like and subscribe right now. If you're having a good time, subscribe, buddy.
Funny story, I wrote a whole ass script for a review for this.
That sounds funky.
A butthole ass script for this video. And I just got caught up. Other stuff ended up needing to get made because of time sensitive situations, and I never made it. So put it in the comments if you actually want to see that video. I'll actually make it.
How many scripts have you read? Oh my god!
Well, almost 50.
Write or talk.
Almost 50.
How many scripts do you think that you write that like
almost
never get actually produced?
Oh, never get actually produced.
I would say probably 5%. never get actually produced. It's like the only two. I only wrote 2 scripts last year that didn't get produced. That was the Spider-Verse review, and I had this whole drunk analysis of Thor, of just like his character,
which still might come.
Yeah.
And I might do that too. But yeah, I was like, as I was recording, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. This is missing. This is missing a very key part.
Rachel,
I'm batting. I'm batting at like 50%.
Oh, really?
Rachel V says yes to you doing that video. I think you should do that video just for the members.
Yeah,
members.
Yeah, that may be a members only video.
Yeah,
for just
members only. We might play sexy music just for the members only.
Yeah, like if you guys don't know that you guys can subscribe to be members, and like you get exclusive content. You could just be.
We call you normies.
Yeah, just the people who aren't subscribed.
You guys got some good sound effects.
We're working it in here.
Moving right along. But moving right along, I felt it was only appropriate to have this as the closer. We're doing Barbenheimer. I actually saw both these movies opening night. I will say Barbie, I liked it. When I watched it, I enjoyed it, and then like weeks went on, and I was thinking about it. I was like, I didn't really like that scene. I didn't really like that scene. So I was like, well, maybe it's more in the I didn't hate it category. But I rewatched it. I was like, oh no,
Bill will murder you if you put another thing in that category.
But there's some parts in this movie that I genuinely love. There are a couple of things that keep it from hitting the I loved it tier for me. But
I bet you if you go back and look at our podcast of Barbenheimer, you're gonna be agreeing with me now on a lot of. I'm just saying.
I don't think we talked about Barbie on.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yes, go back and look. It's Barbenheimer. Go look at it. No, we talked about it on the podcast because we talked about it with like Jeff and everybody. We talked about it. All of us talking.
I mean, we talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of shit. But anyway, I think that a lot of your issues with this movie are a lot of the issues that I had with this movie, which is why I could not sit.
Which is Alex hates
all
women.
of them. I couldn't just sit. Well, we know Alex hates women.
I mean, it's clear.
He hates all women except Margot Robbie. Duh. I just couldn't sit in it with everybody blowing smoke up this movie's doll ass and not putting into account all of the many things very wrong with the movie. And then it's like no one wanted to say anything negative about the movie because no one wants to hate women. But I hate women just fine, sir. No, I'm joking, but I'm just not afraid of that. So I didn't have any ability, I didn't have any problems being completely objective.
Nerds at Night just lost.
You just realized that I've been watching commenting on Nerds at Night instead of Drunk Banthas. I'd wonder why my membership badge hadn't been showing. That's right. She's not one of you normies.
She's not one of you.
She's one of the cool kids.
But hey, we do appreciate everybody who is watching and liking and commenting over at Nerds at Night. If you are watching on Does It Hold Up, you can do. On Does It Hold Up. If you're watching on Drunk Banthas, you can do what Rachel V just did, which is jump back and forth.
Yeah.
Catch up.
Seesaw that shit.
Seesaw, goddammit.
I just noticed the poster for Dumb Money is like a stack of money in the form of a middle finger. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I'm a dummy.
You're a dumb dummy.
I will say just real quick that I love every other movie that Greta Gerwig has directed. I love her directing. And this didn't even feel like a Greta Gerwig movie, but I do feel like this is the best movie that you could make out of like a Barbie. It's the best you could do.
And who's your husband?
Noah Baumbach. He's a writer and director.
Pull this up. Yeah, because there's like a pretty funny meme.
You don't see
he wrote the movie with her.
He's a writer and a director. Her husband.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Oh my God.
Hard to believe that a director married another director.
That is just
because Greta Gerwig is also done. She did Little Women.
Yeah, Little Women
Little
and Lady
Women.
Bird.
Walking down
Lady
the
Bird, yeah.
street.
Love both of those movies.
Phil, I'm glad I'm not the only one whose mind went directly there.
But moving right along. Sorry.
I was going to just share this, man. And someone said that this was also Barbenheimer right here.
That's so good.
It's accurate. Yeah,
that's great. I love her. She's a great actress as well.
She's acting like she's having fun at the Knicks game right now.
Also, I just
never
happens.
happens.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Maybe this will remind me. Oh yeah, no, I heard someone say that Barbie is Black Panther for white women, which I thought was pretty. I thought was pretty accurate. But
you know what the difference is, though? Well, you know what? You know why it is?
What?
It's because there are certain sects of both those cultures, those communities, who literally think that they are real. That those things are real. It was niggas who really was looking for Wakanda on the map.
It's like, well, where is it at? No, I'm trying to get there.
I've been looking up planes. I've been looking up flights to Wakanda all night. Can't find one.
Oh man, yeah. Remember the summer where everybody's doing that shit? No,
You keep saying that. No, you don't keep saying it. I just watched the clip of you saying
yeah, it's like you keep saying that.
But you said it 42 times. I was just doing an edit on this clip.
I just watched it so much.
Sorry, I was editing, and it just seems like real life at this point.
I am one of those people in the camp of Black Panther 2 is better than Black Panther 1. That's my personal opinion. But
that's not controversial.
Okay.
I feel that that's kind of crazy.
Well, you said 2 was better than 1?
2 is better than 1, yeah.
Oh yeah, you stupid. You
Alex is guys, hey, get off his back. Alex is just saying he's glad Chadwick's dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Clearly, Alex.
And I hope he burns it. No. Please don't.
Alex, before you go and incriminate yourself any further, can you tell me who is the last movie that we have covered today?
Oh man, we're talking about Appy himself. I have gone way back and forth on this movie, but I will say that I also liked it. It's right. I think it's an incredible achievement in filmmaking.
What made you not love this movie? Like because you didn't. It wasn't going to be on a. I didn't hate it. It wasn't going to be that. No. So what made it not make it to love it? Love, nigga.
Yeah, like some of the pacing issues, like one critic said that Christopher Nolan's movies are paced like trailers, and I definitely feel like that's sort of the vibe of this movie. Like it moves like it's a heist movie trailer.
First of all,
but
that
at the
is
same time,
backhanded comp. That might not even be backhanded.
No, that guy was being shady. That guy was being shady, but I think that it's good that it definitely the pacing is fast or whatever. Like it moves at a clip, but it does do a disservice to certain things. Like I didn't feel him and Emily Blunt's romantic relationship very much. I thought she did a really great job, but I just didn't feel like there was any connection. Like I didn't feel like there was enough time to
the point where to compare to when she's defending him, you're like, why the fuck is she defending this guy?
No, well,
right.
You know what it really is
we lost visual on the tier list.
Oh,
wait, what?
The list.
Oh,
nine doesn't want people looking at us.
Oh yeah, we got to do the prison.
Lost visual on the tier list.
I don't know why it keeps doing that, but I know why Alex didn't like her performance.
No,
not her performance, but you didn't like the fact that you felt like they didn't give enough of that character give us enough of that character for you to care about that character. Oops. And I know what that is because Alex is obsessed with Emily Blunt, and he was like, "Why did that bitch not get more time?" When y'all know that's who the best one in this movie is.
Hey, I'm as much as I love Emily Blunt, I can see the forest of the trees. I know that Jungle Cruise is a terrible movie, even though she's in it. I know that Gulliver's Travel is a terrible movie.
Jungle Cruise was okay though.
Yeah,
like
why
it
you
ended
why
up
you,
being all right.
Jungle Cruise was minding his business.
Jungle Cruise catching strays out here.
That was years and years ago. Jungle Cruise minding his business.
When John Krasinski dies from mysterious circumstances, we all know who.
Hey, she should have been Black Widow. That's all I'm saying. But I
thought you were going to say she should have been black.
She was this close to being Black Widow, and then she did Gulliver's Travels instead. And man, that's
probably not the right career call there. Huh?
Hey, wasn't nothing wrong with Jungle Cruise, but at least she did that. Right, like she did Gulliver's Travel. Wasn't really, Gulliver's Travel. Okay, that's all of us make mistakes. Robert Downey Jr. went to do Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's true.
So man, he stopped doing Iron Man.
Yeah.
To do Dr. Doolittle. I'm like,
let's talk about
get your ass back over here. What the fuck you doing over there? Get back over here.
Let's talk about RDJ because he is he's definitely going to win Best Supporting Actor Oscar this year in his performance in Oppie.
You think he's going to get it over, what's his name?
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah, Marcus.
Yeah, I love Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things, and I probably liked his performance more than RDJ's, but I think he's got the better story, so he's definitely going to win it.
Robert.
It's also just how much people love RDJ compared to, everyone loves Ruffalo, but people love RDJ.
Yeah. And he gives a good speech. He's good. They can replay his speeches on YouTube forever and get revenue off of that.
Hashtag Iron Man versus Hope.
Thinking about that as well.
Hashtag Iron Man versus Hope.
Have you guys been seeing the thing where Mulaney made RDJ and one of the directors from the MCU just laughed their asses off? Because he was talking. So John Mulaney was at some awards thing and he was talking about Angela Bassett won an Oscar for Black Panther 2. That's like winning a Pulitzer Prize for a Reddit comment. And it just pans.
Damn, Gina.
And it pans to one of the big directors in the MCU and RDJ, and they are laughing hysterically. They're in tears laughing about it.
Let me just point out that this is the biggest joke of a comedian in all of Hollywood, and that's why none of his shows have worked.
Are you on your Joe Budden?
Yeah, I'm on my Joe Budden.
You're not a John Mulaney.
You're not a Mulaney fan?
Mulaney is not a funny comedian. I've seen Mulaney accidentally 3 times at this Comedy Store. I've seen Mulaney. He's just not good.
I will say I like his I like his voice acting. I like his voice acting and comedic acting more than I like his stand-up.
Right.
I like him on The Bear. I love him on
funny guy. He's just
right.
Funny guy.
No. That's what I'm saying. So basically, what you're saying is you like all of the things that he hasn't written.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Well, then that means that means that he's not funny.
Writing's hard.
So I'm just saying. Look. No. That's fine. He can be a great actor, great performer. He's not funny. That's
a very broad brush. I think that he is not a good writer of his stand-up. Or at least I don't enjoy his stand-up.
But I enjoy the things he's definitely associated with writing.
But he's definitely funny. Will Smith is funny on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but he didn't write a word.
What the fuck are you on right now, buddy?
Yeah, man, that's a pretty. That's a comment to make.
Emily's baby son looks more like Chinese than Olivia Munn. I do not.
You know what? I
feel bad for reading that out loud.
What's his name again? Snortle. That sounds like a Pokemon, first of all.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And second of all, I think that Snortle is Asian. In Asia. Where you at, Snortle? I think he's in Istanbul.
Possibly.
Or something.
Where you from, Snortle?
We're going to say India. Maybe India.
But
I'm just trying to get.
I don't know how we got
a big Indian fan base out here.
Yeah, we do have a pretty big Indian fan base. But I'm just trying to figure out because I see the context of what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, he sounds like he in Asia somewhere.
I love how you're breaking this down in a very.
I'm trying to make it where he's not racist. No, I'm joking.
We're trying to save you, Snartle.
God damn, man, I'm feeding them lines. Yeah, I'm trying to help them out.
But before we get out of here, I will say that.
Hold on, what does that say?
I'm in
Sana'a.
Sana'a. I do not know where that is.
That sounds Asian to me. I don't know.
Somebody's
gonna look it up.
I will say that
It's the capital of Yemen.
Yemen. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Chandler Bing went there for a business trip.
That's right.
But I will say the Poor Things is probably
pretty sure America just bombed the shit out of it too. Not necessarily the capital, but somewhere in Yemen.
Oh shit.
Grew up in Aden.
Okay.
Moving right along.
No, I wanted to know that. I wanted to know that information. This is not. Look, I needed to know that.
We are.
I know. I just said that.
Our listeners.
I say moving right along when I do not know what to say next.
Well, look, I do know what to say. I do know what to say, and that's why some of his comments or her comments
Aden is
like
a port city in the southern part of Yemen.
Right, so that's why some of the comments seemed
really
like
pretty.
they weren't mashing up with our English translation.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to make sure we knew what we was. You know what I'm saying? Like I can always tell where my foreign brothers is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because I can always tell because we got different what do you call it? Conjugations. You know, we got different.
I agree with Bill. We should start swatting our listeners.
Yeah, we're adopting our listeners tonight.
But you do. But to be doxxed, you do have to pay $2.99.
I'll say like I want to like go around the room and just like see what everybody's favorite movie from last year, whether it's on this list or not. But I
wanted. Can you do a breakdown of let's list out the top of the list here.
Yeah, like in the I loved it. Yeah, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Every time I watch it, I love it more.
Don't do that.
Polite. Wait, what?
I was like, don't say something about every single one of them. Just name them, right?
I assumed that he was asking me to just like
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody could just look at
wax
it.
poetic.
Okay.
But
you are a rapper. Go ahead.
Hey, I've watched Around the Horn a lot. I know how to go fast. Polite Society is like a really great sister sibling movie. So funny. One of my favorites in my top 5 from this year. Bottoms, so hilarious. That third act is insane. And Ayo Edebiri and Rachel Sennett have the best like comedic.
Why are you not
chemistry.
even? We haven't even mentioned Marshawn Lynch all night.
That's right. Marshawn Lynch had one of the funniest scenes in the whole movie. My God,
hilarious! Yeah.
Talk to me. It's a revolutionary horror film. People should be talking about it more. It's one of my favorite horror films of the last like 5 years, maybe. Like it's so great. It really focuses on the moment of like this weird obsession with social media. Puss in Boots. Beautiful.
Welcome
film.
to Puss in Boots.
It's such a great like. If I had a kid, I would show them this movie all the time and just make sure that they loved it. I'm talking about like kid. Like if
definitely will watch this.
If I had a kid, I would show this to them. But I don't have a kid. Like he's he's 12, but he's not my kid. But moving on.
Well, what was American that Korean movie you were talking about? You can get one. The Broker? There you go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You just need yourself a good broker.
Yeah, you just don't be trying hard enough. You don't be trying hard enough.
American Fiction, really great concept, great performance from Jeffrey Wright. He should definitely do more comedy. Though a sleeper, Sterling K. Brown, he should be nominated for Best Supporting Actor because he has such a great performance in this movie. He's amazing.
Alex, what if I didn't do more comedies?
Why does he say what if like that?
What if?
Man, it's such a.
I always expect him to
too.
go down with it. What if? But he goes
more whimsical.
He's like it's like he's seeking your approval, like he's seeking like he's literally distraught with the question. Like,
what if though?
But what if? Like, nigga, help me! Help me! He's like that dude in the what was it? Intervention, where he's like,
oh yeah, oh man, the crying dude.
That's how his what if comes off, like every single time.
Rachel V said, I need to watch Bottoms in Polite Society, and this stream helped me convince my mom and sister to go watch Poor Things with me. Aw, cute. Dungeons and Dragons was my favorite out of the ones I've seen. Dungeons and Dragons is probably
Dungeons and Dragons is a great one.
Probably my number 3.
Dungeons and Dragons is a great one. I am also going to watch some Bottoms. That's a great idea, Rachel V.
Look at some Bottoms.
Turn into the lore, right? You guys can't see Jeff, but I just saw Jeff like I don't know.
I was like, I missed it. What were we at?
We can see
reactions.
We could see him just wasn't looking. What was your reactions to?
I don't even remember.
Bottoms? Was it booties or was it polite society?
Oh, actually, that's
actually that. Yeah.
It was
I was just not see. I didn't see that coming.
Oh no! I like that. Look, Allah can favor us this day. This is good. That's good.
It's funny. I was about to say Snartle has a good point, and then you brought that up, but that's not what I was talking about.
If God has favored us on this day, then God damn it, let Him favor us on this day.
I was talking about
that
this.
Was also one of those. I was looking over here at my TV, and right when I looked back, I saw that. I was like, "The fuck? What have I not been paying attention to?"
Do not watch Poor Things with your mother.
That is
best
facts.
advice that's been given on this show all day.
I do not know the relationship you have with your mom, but I would not watch it with my mom. It's very.
If you did not learn anything today,
sensual.
Learn that.
Sexual.
Go ahead.
But yeah. Sorry. Next up, we got Godzilla -1. Love that. It's great story. It's way better than it should be for just a Godzilla movie. Dungeons and Dragons, again, incredible. It's probably my number 3. It's probably Poor Things number 1, Spider-Verse 2, Dungeons and Dragons 3. And that wraps up the last 2. So there.
Oh, yeah. What about the hated it? No, just the hated it.
And then hated it. Goddamn. Aquaman 2, I'm surprised that the last DCU movie from the Snyderverse is the worst, but they pulled it off. Congratulations, James Wan. You made the worst DC movie ever. Saw us.
Woo! He's like, y'all ain't gonna fucking get over on me, nigga. I'm making a bad movie. I'm making a worse.
Yeah. We going out.
Is James Wan like just not doing okay lately? Because let me tell you, that Malignant movie also sucked.
Malignant, guys.
I love
check
Malignant.
Check out my review.
Shit.
I love
Malignant
because it's so bad it's good. It's
I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out like that.
Good warning. Haven't even occurred to me. Thanks for saving me in advance. Thanks. No problem, Rachel. We'll never see you wrong.
Never see you wrong. Actually, it wasn't you. It was Squirtle.
No, his name is Squirtle. That just happened. That just happened. His name is Squirtle.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Squirtle. That was not my intention. The screen is so very far away from us.
It's okay.
I can't see exactly what is happening. That's why we have everything projected onto a television.
That's just Bill's way of saying I choose you.
I choose you.
I guess
it's kind of a heartfelt
you
statement.
know what? I can't disagree with anything.
Saw X is the worst Saw movie that I've seen.
Is it though? No.
Is it though?
That I've seen. I've only seen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Alex has only seen like 3 of them.
I've seen them all. It's definitely not the worst, but it's
I haven't seen the one with Chris Rock. I have seen all of them except for that
Spiral.
I haven't seen Spiral.
Spiral. I'll tell you what. Check out Jigsaw. Jigsaw actually was a really great continuation of the series.
Okay.
Every time somebody says Jigsaw, I think Jigaboo. Or I feel like that's what's about to be said. And it's like always like off-putting.
What'd you say? What do you mean, you people?
That's very puzzling, Bill.
Look, some things are just bits here of the drunk. What's funny?
Like making Jeff feel awkward about being white.
Like
look, it's up to the audience to find out what's the bit and what's the funny, but find the funny in all the
that's the fun of it.
Did you get that? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to
it's like that shit that
piece
Rachel
things
said,
together.
That's right, like butt cheeks.
All right, I'm done with the Jigsaw.
So what else did you hate?
So what else did I hate? Babylon. I hated this movie. It was
Babylon. Why y'all keep pronouncing this wrong?
Babylon. It's French.
Wait, you didn't like? Oh, okay.
I hated this movie.
I did not realize that.
I thought that. Actually, you weren't here for this one.
You came in right as he did. Like that's the one you came on.
Yeah.
I'm curious how you felt about this because we talked about this briefly on another pod. You said
Baby
you
Long.
enjoyed this one.
I loved it. I really liked this movie.
Baby Long.
Blake said he loved it too.
Baby Long.
I just thought it was just very much full of itself. I thought Tobey Maguire had a really great performance. But the story was very meandering, and there was 100 more interesting stories from this time period about just making movies that would have been more interesting. I did really love the scene where they were trying to film this scene over and over again.
What's this other one?
Infinity Pool. Oh, that's one that I hated.
That's his go-to date night.
Yeah, guys, if you got this would be the equivalent of Rachel V of taking your mom to go see Poor Things. This was
don't go on a date with this one.
Yeah, this was upsetting. Really weird performances from everybody involved. And
who's the crazy girl in that? That has the crazy eyes.
She was in X, I think.
The eyes, the crazy.
The eyes, they're crazy. I think she was in X, and I haven't seen X or Pearl, but I think that she was in.
Sounds wild. Pearl sounds like a wild title, though. I ain't gonna lie.
X was a good fucked up movie.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't see Pearl, but
what was I about to say? Oh, Shazam should definitely be in hated. I don't know why you didn't hate it, but it should be hated.
Disagree.
Shazam
I didn't mean to put it there. It should definitely be in the hated section.
Ooh, let's get it down here. Let's get it.
I'm sorry.
There has been a change in the draft.
Hold on, this just in.
Yeah, that looks
Shazam, right. You are fucked.
That was an absolute terrible movie that retconned its own fucking movie in the second movie.
Yeah,
what's up with all of the appearances of Wonder Woman in that movie?
Yes.
So one thing, the scene where it's the dream and it turns out it's Wonder Woman, but with the wizard's face. That's actually directly from the comics.
Okay, that's actually really funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think the reason maybe it even ended up in I didn't like it is because I liked it more than
the first
Aquaman 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they're in the same category. God damn it. They're both.
That's I like a broken bone more than cancer, but still.
But I will say this. I will say that I like how I know that you really did like The Flash. You just put it in. I didn't hate it because you needed to for this list. But
I like The Flash.
Worst movie.
I'm gonna say that the reason.
But Quantum Mania, holy shit!
I'm just saying, with Marvels and The Flash and Quantum Mania, I think that they from my conversations that I've had with this dude, I feel like they should be in. I liked it. But as long as you have these two down here, and I hated it, I'm good.
Yeah, and I can see how the wording of I didn't hate it can be perplexing, but I enjoyed. I will rewatch all the movies in this category, and I like some of these movies more than others. I like the Marvels more than Gran Turismo. I like The Creator more than Missing. But
it wasn't that I didn't think that it's not an off-putting as much as it is that I've had conversations with you about those movies.
Hate Quantum Mania. Okay.
No, we didn't hate Quantum Mania, and maybe we should do a podcast about that. Maybe it'll be a members. No, I mean about why. We did a podcast about Quantum Mania. I'm talking about maybe we should do a Quantum Mania podcast about why we didn't hate it.
Or did you?
Yes. Me and Alex did one for Drunk Banthas, but we haven't all had a conversation about it. And I'm saying maybe we should have that video. Maybe we'll do a members only video for that one.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's I like a whole lot of things about it, but Peyton Reed is not my favorite director, and he really, really wanted to make a Fantastic Four movie, and he basically just put all that into this movie. And some of those things about that I liked, and some of those things about it I didn't like. I ultimately just feel like somebody else should have directed it. But there's so much, there's some good ideas and really great actors in that movie that elevate it above its like script and its bad director.
And a lot of the things that people talking about.
I disagree, but whatever.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about it, because I like all the Kang stuff that people had a problem with. I got all kind of rebuttals for that, but you know what I'm saying, like.
I like I forgot, I didn't remember where I read it, but someone wrote they should recast Kang with Terrence Howard. Just do the funniest fucking thing possible.
I heard the same thing. It'll be a callback to he's like, next time, baby.
Y'all think y'all can mess with time like me, man?
But Alex, I think you actually
Quantum mania.
I think you covered exactly what would have fixed Quantumania. It should have been a Fantastic Four movie. It's more the whole idea of it. Well, first off, the macro realm or whatever, the microverse, I don't know. That is a Fantastic Four concept. They go into and out of that all the time. Also, Kang is their villain, but also just everything Fantastic Four does, like I was saying earlier, everything they do is bigger, it's universe-wise, it's worldwide. Whereas again, Ant-Man is more smaller. Exactly. Yeah. But Ant-Man is more smaller stories, more like hey, this is contained in his own little world. And I agree with you. I think making Quantumania a Fantastic Four movie actually would have made it good.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been like this story should have been a Fantastic Four movie, but it should have been directed by somebody better, and also been a Fantastic Four movie. But at the end of the day, I thought it was pretty fun. I never go out to watch movies and never end up seeing trailers. So my thought process was entirely on this movie. Sounds really good, and we've been wanting to grab a show together. Yeah. Was that for Quantumania? We've been bouncing around so much.
We've been bouncing.
I don't even know what that one was referencing to. They should recast Sung Kang to play Kang the Conqueror. Who's Sung Kang? I don't know who that is. What about y'all? Like, do you have a least favorite movie and a favorite movie of the year? Bill, what was your least favorite and most favorite?
My least favorite movie of the year be hard. Every one of them that I didn't see. And then
so half the list.
Would Barbie be on your list of the least favorite?
Oh yeah, Barbie.
Sung Kang, Fast and Furious.
You know what, Alex? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Barbie is my least. Oh, so that's who Sung Kang is.
Oh, okay.
Barbie is my least favorite movie of 2023, and what would be my best? What would be my favorite movie of 2023?
Oh, he's from Fantastic. Fast and Furious. He's really good.
Yeah, that's what we.
I get it. I'm sorry. I didn't hear y'all.
He's fantastic and furious. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
look,
he was on.
I'm just gonna go off of this list because trying to remember every movie that I saw this year is wild. Because in this list he doesn't include all the movies he saw with me. Like that's not included in this list because I reminded him of that after he made this list.
I made the list. Oh, I actually did some correcting because like I didn't have The Flash and Indiana Jones on the list initially, and then I realized, oh, that's because I watched them with you under like your thing.
Anyway,
so yeah,
Alex is trying to kick Bill off the Drunk Banthas.
On this list, my favorite movie out of this list is gonna have to be Polite Society. Dungeons and Dragons. Then second after that is Polite Society.
Yeah, that's solid. Both of those really incredible. Both of my top 5. Jeff, what about you? What is your like most favorite and least favorite of the year?
Well, I think we can all figure out my least favorite. Fuck you, Ezra Miller. I could go on for another 30 minutes of why I hated it. Anyway,
we might have to do another one.
We're gonna have to have one.
Favorite is a tie between Ninja Turtles and Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna give a special. Oh God, yeah. I'm going to give a special shout out though to Talk to Me. Talk to Me was amazing. It was one of the best horror movies I've ever seen.
Good choice.
And it's just, I mean, I think it just had a lot to compete with, considering Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man are also things I've loved since I was a kid. So getting better versions as an adult, I mean, just there was no chance. But one that you don't have on the list, I don't think you saw it, but another movie that was fucking amazing this year, Thanksgiving.
I did not see that one. Yeah, that was
Thanksgiving was a great horror movie, but also I was laughing like an asshole the entire time in the theater. It was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah.
I was gonna pull up a little.
Actually, I'll just pull it up here. She was answering your question.
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, you read it?
I read it earlier. I was waiting for it's always like a hopscotch, with podcasts. You got to find the right time to.
That was the right time when niggas was saying, that's why I was trying. That's why I was saying it.
Anyway,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. I didn't see this one. I heard it was pretty good.
It was really good.
And it's based off of a fake trailer.
I didn't know that.
Wait, is fake trailer?
Yeah, it's a fake Grindhouse trailer that they made. Before, and there's been a bunch of other movies that are like that.
That's awesome.
That they're just like all fake trailers before a movie. And I want to say Machete, maybe. Machete actually might be also based off of a fake trailer.
No,
it's a trailer in a movie.
It's a trailer in a movie from
it was from the Grindhouse. Yeah,
movie.
like it was like
it wasn't a fake trailer. It was just like it was a scene from a fucking movie that then got made into.
No, it was a fake trailer because they made a trailer for like, watch Machete, and like in between, watching Death Proof
in the movie. I'm saying, but that's in the movie. That's in a movie, so therefore it's not a fake trailer. It's a scene from a movie.
Every fake movie trailer in Grindhouse, and that list is Machete is one of them. Werewolf Woman of the SS. Don't. Thanksgiving, Hobo with a Shotgun.
God, that movie was so bad. I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
you know what movie we need that we didn't know we needed
is Don't.
You know what movie we don't have that we didn't know we needed? Rabbi Samurai.
I
just came up with it right now.
Bill, that immediately made me think of. Do you know what the original pitch for Anchorman was?
No, what was it? I hope it's Samurai.
It was a bunch of anchormen in the same time period are on a plane. The plane is transporting them, and for some reason, a bunch of ninja weapons, and they're all smoking so much that the pilots can't see, and the plane crashes into a mountain, and now the ninja weapons are all over the mountain, and they're picked up by a bunch of orangutans, and the movie is orangutans versus anchormen with ninja weapons.
Wow.
That movie was what was pitched, by the way.
So look, if somebody can pitch that, then Rabbi Samurai should easily be made. That should be made tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like Rabbi Samurai would make
the writer's strike is over. Let's do it, fuckers.
Hey, be the change you want to see in the world.
What about
I'm sure that's what Gandhi meant.
What about you, Nine? What was your least favorite and most favorite movies of 2023?
Okay, so my least favorite movie, I'm gonna, bump elbows with you a little bit, and that's Quantum Mania. Jesus Christ. How bad is this fucking movie? How dumb is this movie? Because listen, the thing about Ant-Man is that it's cool when we see him small in our world. Mm-hmm. But when you put him in a small world and he gets smaller, it's nothing. Hey, you're not Ant-Man anymore. You're just man. It's so fucking
You're just
dumb.
a man.
And his daughter is an idiot.
She was so fucking
His
annoying.
what's her name? I mean, I
What?
can't believe I'm blanking. The mom,
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer, yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer, but what's her? Yeah, I
Who
forget
cares?
what her
Pfeiffer
actual.
Michelle.
Yeah,
That
but
one.
Janet Van
one
Dyne.
of Van Dyne already, like, as soon as you said it, I forgot her name.
This matters.
There's like, oh, why are you not telling anybody about King?
Right?
Idiot.
Yeah.
Well,
it's one of those things.
You're
And it's,
bad.
it's kind of like, we had this gripe with Monarch.
Thank you.
With Kurt
Didn't
Russell.
even have to ask that time.
With Kurt Russell, where like, it's that stupid trope of like, could you explain what's going on? It's like, there's not enough time. Let's just go. Like, it's like, no.
And then they're just
nigga,
sitting
there's
on a
enough
plane for
time.
hours.
Yeah.
And then the very next episode, they take the first 20 minutes of the episode to explain what was going on.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way,
bitch, you could have spent 5 minutes telling me this earlier.
And everything was just simpler. Yeah.
Speaking of Monarch, I finally caught up. I haven't watched this week's episode, but I watched episode 9. And even though I already knew what was happening after our last podcast, the end of the episode, the big reveal, I screamed "fuck you" at the TV.
Well, yeah, that's basically look,
Jumanji mom.
Jumanji.
hey,
Jumanji
Hey,
mom or Jumanji. Yeah.
Jumanji.
That is
For those who don't know what we're talking about, you can join us on Monday, every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, and watch us cover Monarch
for the last time.
for all mankind.
One of us needs to make a Jumanji video, like just playing that concept.
Literally
Because
just
it is
all
like-
over.
Well, also
Really
look out next week for Does It Hold Up?
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
We're doing it. Does it hold up on Jumanji?
Actually, so the members, you guys should be getting it.
Yeah, you should have it now.
You should have it now.
Yeah.
If you're a member, you should have the ability to go and look up the Jumanji video. If you don't have a membership, you'll have to wait till next Monday. But if you do have the means to support,
normies.
yeah, for all you normies, you know what I mean? But if you want to be a Bantha, you can be a Bantha as well. Just sign up for 99 cents a month. And yeah, you can be watching this shit today, right now.
Stand up on business.
Stand on business.
9. I think I interrupted you. What was your favorite?
My favorite, I actually have 2, and they're not on this list.
Of course you do.
Oh.
Of course you got
Two
2
not on the
favorites.
list.
I have 2 favorites, and they are both ones that yeah, sorry about that. I got 2.
So sorry.
Man, they're not on the list. And the first one here is Past Lives.
Oh, I wanted to see this.
Was, I don't know why, but at the end of this movie, I felt so sad and happy in a way that I didn't know. And it was actually the same effect with the my other favorite movie, and that is 1001 with Tiana Taylor.
I was very
She
hesitant
should
about
be
this one.
nominated for a goddamn Oscar.
Really?
She should be nominated. She should be recognized. There should be more people talking about this fucking.
Well,
Amazing.
she's black, so she has to do 4 more movies
Slay
like that.
Queen.
She's black, so she has to do 4 more movies just like that. They fall into the same category that you just said. And then the 5th one, she'll get one.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, it's like it's her first.
She'll get a nomination.
First thing, it's her first movie.
I'm just saying, just look at
blown
all.
away.
I'm just speaking about history of the Oscars and black people getting one. You have to have about 4 really just bangers that should have gotten an Oscar for. Then you get nominated for the 4th one, and then on the 5th one, you might win one.
Yeah, you'll win the one for they're like, well, they should have really won for the last one.
Yeah, the last 4.
Denzel and Whoopi.
When you
Denzel should have won one for Glory.
Why
the movie is called Color Purple.
2001, and when you actually get to the end of it, I feel like it would almost. There's a moment at near the end in the 3rd act where my heart just drops in this movie.
That sounds like an emergency room
start
visit.
Choking up, and then at the end of the movie, I am literally like wiping away tears.
Openly
watch this movie.
Okay.
You start hearing Lauryn Hill music, Lauryn Hill songs start playing while you watching.
I almost bought a ticket to this movie like last year, and I forget what I watched instead. I think it was like Talk to Me or something.
No, you see, you did good. I was gonna say it was probably one of these shitty ones. I was gonna say it was probably one of these shitty ones.
Shit, I could have saw women talking instead.
He saw that instead of Babylon. He saw Babylon instead of this.
Let's go on the record. I missed this, but Alex doesn't like women talking. That's on the record. Alex doesn't like women talking.
That was the.
I cleaned up on that one. You missed that one.
I hate women.
God damn it.
100%.
Very well done.
Because Alex hates women. I mean, it's clear he hates women because he hates women and talking.
Nine. The really interesting part was that came up before we even started talking about the movies.
That was actually the segue into the conversation.
Y'all know how much I hate a goddamn woman talking. And speaking of which, the next film.
Cut that bitch off. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
But I guess that pretty much wraps up this conversation. These are all the movies. These are all the movies that I watched in 2023. I'm hoping to see even more in 2024. That just happened to rhyme. But
go outside, nerd.
He does that all the
time. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Gone.
Thank you, Uncle Baby Billy, for keeping me on track. Yeah. Speaking of which, Bill, do you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at the Sam Howard show. I know I slept with Sam Howard show. Yes. I sleep with Sam Howard.
Yeah, sleep with Sam Howard, right?
Yeah.
Or I slept with I slept with Sam Howard. Wow.
Yeah, whatever. I'm on that show. I'm on that show. So you can find me there. You can find me on the Jack's Comedy Castle on Instagram at Jack's Comedy Castle. Mm-hmm. It's a comedy show at a children's playpen. It makes sense when you see it. It's crazy. Also, you can catch me on Drunk Banthas. At Drunk Banthas, you can get yourself a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, get yourself a motherfucking beanie. All you gotta do is
this the wrap up music?
Yeah,
this is.
I
like it.
I mean, are you trying to play him off?
I'm playing. No,
he's playing himself out.
He's playing myself out. I just work better with him.
Alex, I totally thought you hit it.
Oh no!
I hit it. And I wanted it because I need the music. It gives me a beat. It gives me a rhythm.
Okay.
And also, I was looking for it, and before I lose it again, I'm just gonna hit it right now. But yeah, you find us on Drunk Banthas and Twitter and all that shit. You shouldn't ask me where to find me because it's all the same thing that you find.
Like I asked, you got your own shit going on. I want you to be able to promote your own shit.
Yeah, definitely. I should definitely talk about things.
Jeff,
farewell, my brother.
Jeff,
stay black.
Where can the people find you?
You can try and find me, Jeff Madel on Facebook, at MadelJeff on Instagram. You can always try Skyping me, Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's because of the
hackers.
Yeah. Or if you're in Austin, actually, you can't find me walking around the streets because we're about to get a fucking cold snap.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh, that was the end of the outro.
That was a really good end of the beat, right?
Right.
Like damn,
it's over.
What about you, Nine? Where can the people find you on the interwebs?
Thank you very much, my dear boy, for asking. Why isn't you can find me not like a audio clip that we can use?
Oh yeah, right. We need to get Nelly up in here.
I'm not trying to get this nigga no money. That's why.
Find me.
But yeah, you can find me on 9 Nerd Yards and of course right here on Nerds at Night. Thank you guys so much. We're about to hit 300 subscribers on Nerds at Night.
Fuck yeah.
And we're trying to get monetized. Like we got bills to pay. We
want money.
Or we got we got dreams and aspirations and shit. You know, so click that like button, click that subscribe, share it. If you share it with 5 friends and they share it with 5 friends, then it's on and popping. So do that.
It's on and popping.
On and popping.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks so much.
Great stream, guys.
If you don't remember, all that social media information is all in the video description. We got covered. Thanks so much for listening to the Drunk Panthers podcast.
See you Monday.
We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. But we so the music just stopped. Yeah, I was just gonna
hold on, because I'm glad that it stopped because you forgot to mention that we'll be going live on Tuesday as well for the members only. Backstage pass, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, hit us up. 8 p.m. on Tuesday. It's going down. And also, like you were saying, Monday, we will be right here, the same spot. Drunk Panthers podcast for all mankind. Monarch.
Thank you guys. You can check out the Drunk Panthers at Spotify, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Panthers. Until next time, stay safe, my little cinephiles.
Hey, before we go, I got a quick question. If I want a Drunk Panthers apron, where do I find one?
Oh, you can find that in the video description as well. You can see that the links to our shop in the video description and also at the homepage. So please buy a whole bunch of shit with our dumb, stupid name on it.
These are our ugly faces all here right now.
Stay safe, you little cinephiles, and may the force be with you.